Garibaldi's Italian Eatery offers Italian dishes, subs, kids menus, and their delicious pizza. The foundation of a great pizza starts with the crust. Garibaldi's crust is crunchy at the bottom, airy in the middle, and perfect every time. The finest ingredients are used to give their pizza this exquisite crust and wonderful taste. Dine at either of the Garibaldi's 2 locations in Hoffman Estates and Arlington Heights. Free party rooms are available too. Visit Garibaldis.com today. Garibaldi's Italian Eatery offers Italian dishes, subs, kids menus, and their delicious pizza. The foundation of a great pizza starts with the crust. Garibaldi's crust is crunchy at the bottom, airy in the middle, and perfect every time. The finest ingredients are used to give their pizza this exquisite crust and wonderful taste. Dine at either of the Garibaldi's 2 locations in Hoffman Estates and Arlington Heights. Free party rooms are available too. Visit Garibaldis.com today.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Oh, I see we have an additional audience member today. There is a fly watching me perched up on the camera in front of me. I see. Oh, it looks like he's rubbing his hands. How nice. Get out of here. All right. Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is Wednesday, October 9th. Hump day, middle of the week means we're halfway through the week. Absolutely. Beautiful sunny skies once again today that we are seeing. So that is something, of course, to be grateful for. And, of course, we're broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Hopefully everyone is having a good morning so far. We are seeing temperature-wise, high of 74 degrees today. Now, currently right now, it's in the 50s, a little bit chillier outside right now, but with the sunshine, it definitely feels pretty nice outside. We are seeing a very low wind speed, barely any wind speed at all, just kind of a still day today. We're seeing a high of 74 degrees as we get into the afternoon and evening. Really kind of saying at the peak here around 3 o'clock or so, but we're getting into the 70s as we get towards the afternoon time. With that being said, though, of course, the temperatures will gradually start to rise as we go throughout the show here, kind of staying within the 60s range. We are seeing for tonight a low of 46 degrees, so it is going to be a bit chillier out. We are going to be seeing that coming up for tonight. It is predicted to be nice and clear skies. We see for Thursday, tomorrow, a high of 74, very similar to today. We're seeing that high of 74, low of 48, starting off in the 50s and 60s in the early morning, or even in the 40s if you wake up extra early around 7 o'clock or so. I say extra early, but maybe that's not early for you. That's late, depending on when you wake up. But early in the morning in the 40s. Seeing it going up to the 70s, high of 74 tomorrow on Thursday, low of 48 degrees as we get into Thursday night. Predicted to be, like today, pretty much sunny all around and clear skies for Thursday night. We head on into Friday. We get closer into the weekend. We are going to be seeing a little bit more clouds accumulating and temperatures rising a tad bit here. We're going to be seeing a high of 84 degrees predicted for Friday. We're seeing it dropping down to a low of 55 degrees as we get into Friday night. It is predicted to be partly cloudy throughout the day and then pretty much mostly cloudy into Friday night. We are going to be seeing a low of 55 degrees, for Friday night. When we head on into the weekend here, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 60s here. So high of 67 degrees with a low of 47 degrees. That's predicted for Saturday for the weekend. It is predicted to be partly cloudy throughout the morning and early afternoon. We get closer to the evening, and then it's supposed to be mostly cloudy. And then we see a low of 47 degrees. That's going to be coming up for Saturday night. Sunday rolls around here. We see a high of only 62, and this is really when I'd say Saturdays when we're going to start to see those temperatures dropping. because next week is going to be a little bit more chillier. We're seeing here for Sunday a high of 62 with a low of 38 degrees coming up for Sunday night. Predicted to be partly cloudy throughout the whole day for Sunday. Then we get into next week on for Monday. Monday is only going to be a high of 53 degrees. So in the very early morning, it's actually supposed to be, so let's say you wake up around 6, 7 o'clock, it's supposed to be in the 30s. So it's going to be quite chilly out here. We say quite chilly, but then we get to December and it might be negative. But as of right now, with how our body works and stuff, adjusting to the temperatures, it's going to be chilly. So we have here partly cloudy skies. Predicted for Monday. It is supposed to be a high of only 53 degrees, kind of really staying within the high 40s, very early 50s throughout the majority of the day. I would say so for Monday. That also applies for Tuesday as well. Tuesday, we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies, high of 56, dropping down to a low of 32 degrees for Tuesday night. In the very early morning, about 35 degrees. So it is supposed to be chilly. Definitely a day to wear a jacket or a very nice sweater to wear. So definitely starting next week, I probably will be bringing out my my pea coat. So that'll be coming up probably next week because those temperatures are going to be chillier, especially if you get up earlier in the morning. It's definitely going to be chillier out. We see it dropping down to a low of 32 for Tuesday night. Next Wednesday, partly cloudy again here. We see a high of 58 degrees, dropping down to a low of 35 for Wednesday night. So, like I've been saying here, if you really do want to hold on to a little bit more of the warmer temperatures, that's going to be coming up for Friday. Again, we see a high of in the 70s today and tomorrow, high of 84 for Friday, and then it does go down to the 60s and then the 50s eventually. So, really, I would say, as of right now, Friday's the last day to get in that summer temperature of the high of 84 or so. Could feel a little bit cooler out though, with it being more partly cloudy, a little bit more crisper air because we're in the fall weather, the fall season here. But again, you never know. We could turn around Halloween and it could be like 90 degrees. We don't know. But as of right now, prediction-wise, what we're seeing here, Friday's going to be the warmest of the day for the rest of this week. And then next week starting, we're going to start to see definitely more so the fall temperatures, the crisp fall air, a little bit more partly cloudy in the skies as well, too. So that is the forecast prediction. We've got here, of course, sunnyskies.com. Always like to start off the day here with a nice inspirational story, a fun, amazing story brought to you by sunnyskies.com. So this is a story. It was written yesterday by a friend. That's what they always call an anonymous user here on Sunny Skies, by a friend. And this is titled, "The Other Evening, a Friend and I Found $400. So let's dive into this nice little story here. The other evening, a friend and I found $400 in $50 notes in the car park, just blowing in the wind. After going back to her car, we were wondering what to do with it, and no one had been about, so no one had been around. Suggested driving around to see if anyone had left the shops, and we're looking for it. She drove around and around. Finally, a young man was walking back to his car near where the money was. She pulled up and asked him if he had list any money. He said, "I think so," but seemed uncomfortable. And then the writer writes here, I said, "How much?" He said, $400. So that's a good way of approaching it too. How much did you lose? Rather than saying, "Oh, here's $400. Is this yours?" Because then anyone could say, "Oh yeah, that's mine. I'll take it." So that's actually a very smart way of doing that. He said he seemed uncomfortable. I said, "How much did he lose?" And he said, $400. I asked what notes it was in. He said all $50 notes. So then again, that also helps there too. We gave it to him and he looked so shocked, and he said he was going shopping and realized his money was gone. I was proud of my friend for taking the time to drive around and get it back to the owner. She is such a lovely person, and she gives me hope in this world. Aw, very nice. But that's actually a really great way that they approach this as well. Sometimes you might find money on the ground and you're like, "Hey, I found, $50. Is this yours?" And anyone could just say, "Yeah, that's mine." But the fact, I think that also is just because it was in $50 notes with 400, the fact that they asked, "How much was it? And was it in any notes?" And then he said, "Yeah, $50 notes." So that's a way of kind of more proving it rather than just a random person saying, oh yeah, that's my money, I'll take it. So that's a kind of also an interesting a story there, because it's nice and inspirational that they were able to return the money, and then also the way they approached it too, by asking those questions also was good as well. Sometimes we don't think about that, so that's actually that's pretty good. Not only inspirational, but also pretty smart as well there too. So that is sunnyskies.com. You can find more on sunnyskies.com. There you go. The time is already 10:15. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned. We'll return with more Out to Lunch.
A dream that's been cooking for years, Maria's Little Italy in Sycamore is waiting for you to come and enjoy authentic recipes handed down for generations. Stop in and enjoy bruschetta, handmade focaccia bread, pizza, pasta, sandwiches, and more. Dine in, take out, delivery, or catering is all available. Go to mariaslittle.italy.com and see what you've been missing. From their family to yours, welcome to Maria's Little Italy, where food brings families together.
Come see the only train-themed restaurant where all the seating is on the tracks. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill on Main Street in both Bartlett and Glen Ellen is always fun and always fresh. Two Toots Train Whistle Grill serves 100% grass-fed beef hot dogs and burgers. There's also chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and more, all loaded up on 2 Lionel O scale trains and delivered directly to your seat. No one sits away from the fun, regardless of age. When a train arrives delivering your food, you'll smile ear to ear. Visit twotoots.com.
It's always exciting to hear Elgin business owners like Tanner Melvin of Side Street Studios share positivity about the local community.
Elgin is on its way, and it has been, and it's sometimes, we got set back with the pandemic, and it's been rough. Everyone has felt it in so many different ways. What we're trying to do is a lot of hand-holding and shoulder rubbing and being like, it's okay, it's okay. Mm-hmm. We're trying to get this town a lot more money. We're very lucky to live in this community right now. There's nothing like this around here.
Feel the positive power of the first shift with me, Marky B, weekday mornings on WRMN.
It's easier than you think for pests to threaten your family's health. Ticks, which spread dangerous diseases, hide in tall grasses and even on your pets. Rodents easily invade your home, contaminate food, and can carry more than 35 diseases. Mosquitoes, which breed in standing water, transmit many diseases. Get the facts you need to protect your family at pestworld.org. It's that easy. A public service message from the National Pest Management Association.
Political party poopers got you down? Shake it off and join me, Dennis Sonar Green, every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show, where we cut through the doom and gloom with a focus on America first, constitutional values, and a populist perspective that puts you, the citizen, at the center of the conversation. At WRMN, the talk of the town, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo and bring you the straight talk you need. Whether you're frustrated with the political establishment or looking for a clear, some nonsense analysis, this show has you covered. Tune in. Let's take on the issues together with a fresh, unfiltered approach. Catch us every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN, A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the morning so far. We are still in the 10 o'clock hour here. Beautiful sunny day outside, a little bit crisper air today, but in the high of the 70s. In the high of the 70s. And tomorrow we're getting up into the 70s again, and then also into the 80s for Friday. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. If you'd like to take a look at our website, we're WRMN1410.com. Again, that's WRMN1410.com. WRMN.com. You can, of course, watch us live on YouTube.com at WRMN Radio. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel and like the video, you can keep up to date with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and with WRMN. You are also free, of course, to listen to us through the app, which always comes in nice and clear. You can find it on the Apple Store for the iOS users out there, or also for Samsung users, you can use Google Play, the online radio box radio player app, where you can listen to pretty much any radio station using that app, which is pretty cool. If you do want to check out, of course, our online store for Radio Shopping Show, you can feel free to check that out. The latest, of course, here, if we look up Elgin Master Chorale, the latest here for the Elgin Master Chorales, Brahms and Hansen's Psalms of David in Elgin. I will soon be having them on. I believe it's next week. I'll have to double check, but having them on for an interview for sure. So that should be good. So we do have those available online right now. If you'd like to check it out, that is coming up for Sunday, October 27th at 3:30 p.m. Pardon me. That is going to be at the ECC's Blizzard Theater. So that's at the Blizzard Theater. Again, our website is WRMN1410.com. Serving the Fox River Valley for 75 years of community broadcasting. There you go. Let's take a look at some other things here. Now, when it comes to the foxvalleymagazine.com, of course, we do like to take a look at the news. The recent ones that were posted were what I already did read here. So this was posted yesterday on the life-changing program, the Kane County Drug Rehabilitation Court graduates. There were 6 recent graduates there. I did read about that yesterday. Pardon me. So that's a very inspirational story. Yesterday, they also did release a new issue. Yes, this was posted yesterday by Paul of foxvalleymagazine.com. It is the October 2024 issue edition. Yes, definitely want to take a look at this for Fox Valley Magazine. So we'll kind of navigate a little bit here on this edition. You can follow along as we broadcast through YouTube, or of course, you can also take a look at it yourself online at foxvalleymagazine.com under issues is where you can find this. So we've got the 146-page issue of Fox Valley Magazine for October of 2024, the spooky season. Of course, we definitely want to take a look at it and see what they have to offer here. I want to see if maybe I can somehow get the full screen up. And if not, oh well, we'll figure it out. But this is, again, the Fox Valley Magazine. And of course, on the front cover of it is Nightmare on Chicago Street, which we are very excited about. That is coming up October 19th. So it is, what is that, 11 days away, or almost, or like 10 days and 15 hours or so. I mean, it's coming up. It is coming up very soon. What is featured in the Fox Valley Magazine October edition includes Halloween festivals and events, haunted houses, barns, trails, and rides, trick-or-treating, and so much more. Oh my goodness, do they have some fun stuff. I mean, we've already got here, coming up tomorrow, they've got Trend and Relic is having an event called Witches Night Out. So that they have that. It's a private shopping experience that you can take a look at and see. So they're having a $50 swag bag with witchy treasures. They're going to be having a photo booth, food and drinks, several giveaways throughout the night. And that is something to check out for sure. It's at Trend and Relic is where you're going to be able to find that. So very, very cool. And then again, that was posted there. And you can actually click on certain links so that you'll be able to find those websites too. Of course, lots of different things just in time for Halloween. We've got here, of course, the dishes of the month of October featured in the Fox Valley Magazine, the wines of the month, of course, as well as beers of the month. You can also check out other things from the kitchen when it comes to dining. Featured local apple orchards, pumpkin patches, and corn mazes. The Abbey Farms, of course, is listed there. Blackberry Farm, I talked about them earlier yesterday. Gobert's Farm, which I recently went to last Sunday, or was it last Sunday? Or was it Saturday? No, it was Sunday, last Sunday. A couple days ago I went, which was good. Keller's Farm stand, they've got the whole list there as well too. Richardson Farm corn maze, Nothing Runs Like Deer. They've got that now as the cutout. So the John Deere, not John Deere, Deere the the company, They also have other things here located in the Fox Valley Magazine issue, of course. Different haunted houses to check out for sure. Evil Intentions being one of them, Massacre Haunted House, and so much more that you can take a look at. Spooky Trails, Sunny Acre Farm, and so much more. That is all featured within this Fox Valley Magazine guide. For some reason, I can't pull it up full screen. I'll have to double check and see. There we go. That's better. Trick or Treat Hours Guide by City is another important thing to look at too. So there is an hours guide featured in foxvalleymagazine.com, and depending on where you live, it'll tell you when the trick-or-treating time frame is. So let's take a look here. We'll start off with the Elgin area. Elgin is 4 to 7. That's October 31st, so it's from 4 to 7 p.m. So there's been times when it started at about 3 o'clock. Some of the places actually do start at 3. Carpentersville starts at 3. East Dundee, Wheaton, West Dundee, West Chicago, South Elgin, St. Charles, they start at 3 p.m. and go until 7. Now, like Elgin here, Oswego, Aurora, Maple Park, Montgomery, they have it set from 4 to 7 o'clock. So this is good to take a look at. I'm sharing some good information here. Elburn is from 4 to 8 o'clock. So they have a different hour set there when it comes to the end time. A lot of them here are 7 o'clock. Elburn is 4 to 8. So 4 to 8. That's a 4-hour time frame. Most of them tend to be a 4-hour time frame, but like in Elgin, it's 4 to 7. Montgomery's 4 to 7:30. 4 to 8 in North Aurora. They see here too, Naperville says no set times, but Naperville police suggest no trick-or-treating past 8 p.m. So I think that's a pretty good list to take a look at within the Fox River Valley if you do want to take a look and see what those hours are for each of those towns and cities. So that's pretty good to take a look at. Other things, of course, that you can find here within Fox Valley Magazine. We've got the Bat Fest in downtown Batavia, of course, coming up here. Of course, the Scarecrow Weekend as well, which is also something pretty much anticipated by many. They've got the 2024 Cocoa and Chocolate Crawl, which is located under local festivals and events starting October. You can pick up tickets October 30th and 31st or November 1st during the business hours. It's going to be November 2nd, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. throughout Geneva. So you can also check out things that are happening within the Fox River Valley, of course, by going to this page. King County Cougars on October 19th from 6 to 10 p.m. They're having their Halloween Witchcraft Beer Fest. So you can read more information on that. Of course, the big one here, Nightmare on Chicago Street, featuring pictures from the previous years, all of the fantastic costumes, of course, and citizens will once again unite in the safe zone. While some parts of the city may appear abandoned and overrun with chaos, boarded up businesses, reclaimed vegetation, and so much more, you're still going to have a great time. Of course, there's going to be lots of businesses that are going to be open, and it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be out in front of the station here, and we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great, great time. So many great performances here as well, too. If you do want to take a look at this information, new this year, they have early entry tickets. An early entry ticket will provide you a special gate access time of 5 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. So this is something new that they're doing this year. This will be applicable to all gates from the event, for the event, and you don't want to miss out on this. So you can check out nightmareonchicagostreet.com to get those tickets coming up Saturday, October 19th from 6 to 11 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be broadcasting from 5 to 7. And then, of course, we're also going to be having the CD showcase with Court Stevens, which will be coming up here 7 to 9. So we're going to be able to play some nice music there. We had them earlier in the show today during the first shift. So there you go. Lots of fun things to check out here within the local events and festivals, things to do, places to see, good food to eat too, of course. Local festivals, events, and so much more can be found here on the foxvalleymagazine.com, foxvalleymagazine.com issue, which is now released. It was released yesterday to the public. You can check it out again on foxvalleymagazine.com. Goodness me, on their website. So I definitely want to flip through that even more in my free time. Sounds good. I can maybe bring it up later into the 12 o'clock. Or, well, no. We have a special interview at 12 o'clock. So stay tuned for that. Of course, we're going to be taking it to the bottom of the hour news and messages from our sponsors. When we come back, I'll give some suggestions on some good places to go get pasta, because it's Wind Down Wednesday, Pasta Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. In a tragic turn of events, Stephen Schultz, 58, from Arlington Heights, has died following injuries sustained at Chicago's Riot Fest last month. Schultz experienced a severe brain bleed during the festival and was hospitalized in critical condition. The incident leading to his injuries happened near the Ferris wheel area just before headliner Slayer was set to perform. In Oak Lawn, 20-year-old Damon Trout facing charges including aggravated vehicular hijacking after allegedly carjacking a teenager in his supermarket parking lot. It happened on Saturday evening at the Jewel Osco on Ridgeland Avenue. Armed with a handgun and mask, Trout reportedly threatened the teenager, forcing her to exit the vehicle before fleeing the scene with her vehicle. Two Chicago residents, Vincent N. Eli and Rocky Miller, facing charges after being implicated in a string of home burglaries in Kane and DuPage counties. Authorities using GPS trackers on their vehicle to link them to a recent burglary in Naperville. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
This season, get premium tech that inspires joy from Dell Technologies. Bring projects to life with the XPS 16. It delivers supercharged processing for enhanced productivity and freedom to express yourself. Performance-class Dell PCs with Intel Core Ultra processors deliver a dedicated engine to help accelerate AI. Enjoy free shipping, Dell rewards, and expert support. When you get a Dell PC with AI, it gives back. Shop now at Dell.com/deals.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The NHL season opens up tonight for the Chicago Blackhawks with a road game against the Utah Hockey Club. The former Arizona Coyotes are now in Salt Lake City. Chicago opens the season with 4 straight away from home. They head to Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Calgary before opening up against San Jose at United Center Thursday, October 17th. Tonight's the first of 5 preseason games for the Chicago Bulls. It's a road game at Cleveland. Then Saturday, the Bulls will host the Grizzlies, then travel to Milwaukee on Monday, head back home Wednesday against the T-Wolves, and wrap up the preseason schedule Friday, October the 18th at home against the Cavs. The regular season opens October the 23rd. It's a road game at New Orleans. Then October the 25th, Bulls and Bucks battle in Milwaukee. October 26th is the home opener for the Bulls when they take on Oklahoma City.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its head-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley. Talk of the Town. We hope you're enjoying your morning so far. It is 10:34. Still beautiful sunny skies outside today. If you want to be a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. Don't forget, we also do have our Image 360 info number, which you can text to. It's 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. That's Image 360 in South Elgin, supplier of custom indoor and outdoor signage, banners, and displays, plus digital printing. That's at 506 Sundown Road in South Elgin, open now until 5 o'clock. They're actually open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's Image 360 South Elgin. If you want to visit their website, that's image360.com. They are your one source for custom signs. So thank you to them, of course, for being a sponsor of the Image 360 info number, 505-926-1410. Let's talk a little bit here. It is Wednesday, so it is a Wine Down Wednesday. And also here, too, there's also that goes with that, too, is, Spaghetti Day. It's definitely a spaghetti day, a spaghetti night, which I'm kind of curious, actually. I was kind of curious as to how that kind of started. And actually, there is some history on this, too. So what it is said is it kind of started with a commercial from the 60s. It was originated from a 1969 commercial. And what it was a young boy named Anthony. He ran home, who ran home to make dinner with his mother on a Wednesday. And the narrator said, quote, "Most days Anthony takes his time going home, but not today. Today is Wednesday. And as every family in North End of Boston will tell you, Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day," end quote. So that's a commercial from 1969. And it's Prince Spaghetti Day. So that's kind of how it did start, with Wednesdays being kind of a spaghetti day, from that 1969 commercial of little Anthony running home to get his spaghetti on a Wednesday. So if you want to check that out, there's a YouTube available, a video available on YouTube. And they actually even have like t-shirts. Wednesday is Prince Spaghetti Day. You can find that there too. So that's pretty cool. I thought, got to know when that day is, why that is what it is. So with that being said, we'll talk about some good places to get pasta. Now, we're going to start off here with this place. I have talked about this place before. Now, I've talked about a particular location with it being in St. Charles. Now, there are actually multiple different locations that you can go to here, and this is called Gia Mia. So they have it in St. Charles. They also do have it in Geneva. So I wanted to see what the Geneva location is like here, too. So we take a look at Gia Mia. Of course, they're known for their pasta. You can get some delicious-looking pasta in a more finer cuisine dining style. Kind of a rustic pub eatery there. I wouldn't actually even say rustic. I would definitely say more wooden style of a place to get some good food. Because they do offer, I say pub style, because they do offer pub style food there, of course, that you can enjoy. They do have a bar. They have a sports bar kind of area there. A little bit more of a modern design. This is Gia Mia. They're located at 13 North 3rd Street in Geneva. So if you want to go out to lunch for a nice Wednesday out to lunch afternoon, you can try this place if you're interested. And they're going to be opening at 11 a.m. So in about 42 minutes or so, they're going to be open. Their hours of operation are Monday through Wednesday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then they're open on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. is when they're open. And then on Sunday, they're open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Is when they're open. So those are the hours of operation. Remember, Columbus Day is coming up next Monday, so hours might differ for many businesses. So, of course, that's good to, double check on that. But again, they're located at 13 North 3rd Street in Geneva. So taking a look here at the Gia Mia, we'll see what they've got to offer. So we go to their menu, taking a look at their website, nicely designed. The dessert already looks absolutely phenomenal. Already talking about the dessert here before we even get into the main course. So taking a look here, we're going to start, well, you know what? Let's start off with the $13 daily lunch specials, which you can actually find as well, too. If you go to the St. Charles location for Gia Mia, you'll be able to find it on their St. Charles Happy Hour Hub, too. So you'll be able to find those different specials on there as well. So let's take a look at their menu. They've got their $13 lunch specials available daily from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So here are some good lunch specials to enjoy. And of course, we're talking about here a place that does offer pasta, as it is Spaghetti Wednesday today. But of course, we'll also go through all of the other delicious cuisines to choose from. If you want to enjoy a delicious fresh wood fire oven pizza, they do have those options. You can try a margarita pizza. They offer pear and caramelized onion pizza, a roast, which includes roasted pear. Now, I've actually never heard of that before. Let me know how that is in the comments. Pear and caramelized onion, roasted pear. I've never had that. Interesting. They have the Levia pizza. Oh, that's interesting. My grandma Isabel D'Angelo had a cousin named Levia. Cousin Liv, they called her Levia, and it was fully Italians, of course. That's interesting. The Levia, nice. Ham maker's pie. They've got the barbecue pie pizza that you can try out. Wild mushroom. They've got salads. You can do a baby kale salad, beet and farro, Italian farm style, which includes a lot of different ingredients, including cauliflower, tomatoes, peppers, onion, balsamic olives, and provolone, and more. They also have a pear and arugula, too. And that's just for their lunch specials. Now, if you do want to check out their regular menu, of course, you can view that information that's also featured online. A nice two-page menu, long two-page menu that you can check out for their menu, which actually was updated in September of 2024. So they did recently update some things on their menu. You can find it available on their website. They have sparkling and rosé drinks. You can try their red wine. So if you want to try our Carletto, which is a D'Abruzzo. So it is an Abruzzo style from Abruzzo, Italy, where, of course, my Italian ancestors came from. So shout out to that. If you prefer a little bit more of the Tuscany side of things, they have a Tuscany, Italy, Donna Laura Ali. They also have a good list of other things. Seven Hills Winery. They've got those. They have a Chateau Tour de Gillet. Gillet. You know me, I can't pronounce stuff. That's from France. They also do have a California blend as well, too. I definitely do love a nice California red blend. They also have white wines that you can choose from. They have wine on tap, crafted cocktails as well, too. They have something called the Modern Old Fashioned, which has infused Law's OG straight rye, as well as orange, rosemary, Luxardo, and more incorporated into that drink. You can try their beers. They offer beer handles and bottles and cans. And that's just for their drinks. Again, a good list. It actually takes up a full page. So their full page of their menu is their drinks. So they do have a lot of drinks to choose from. You can do it by the glass or also by the bottle too. I'm sure you can also, maybe for an extra $1 or so, a couple dollars, do a little bit more of a longer pour as well too. They even have a nice private label as well too, from Molise, Italy. Nice. They also do have, of course, their greens. So they have all of their different salads. They have their small plates that you can choose from. Eggplant Parmigiano. They offer their calamari. So they do have calamari. They have spinach artichoke fonduta. You can try their butternut squash ravioli. They offer, of course, their pastas as well. They do also offer gluten-free pasta and it's an extra $3, but that's a gluten-free pasta that you can try. You can try a vodka pasta. They offer linguine carbonara. They offer wild mushroom spaghetti, sacchetti. You can try their rigatoni. They have short rib gnocchi, pasta gia. They have nonna's lasagna and lobster ravioli and shrimp, which actually sounds pretty good. Again, you can also try their wood fire oven pizzas to enjoy a nice night. And even if you want a bigger plate to enjoy, something to maybe have as a double meal. So a meal for yourself that night and then taking it home for leftovers for the next day or two. They offer their bigger plates, including chicken parmesan, chicken piccata, medallions of beef, and Scottish salmon as well too, which includes that's pan roasted with a nice lemon broth on top there too. So If you are interested, you can take a look at their menu at Gia Mia. It's squarespace.com link that takes you there, but that's on their menu. And of course, you want to finish off the night with maybe a nice dessert, or also to take a look at the kids menu here as well. They've got a kids menu, so this is for kids 10 and under. You can try their meatballs, cheese pizza, pasta and meatball, barbecue chicken pizza. Sounds pretty good. I've had that before. Mac and cheese, pasta pesto, ravioli, and calzones. You can do a calzone. And then for desserts, of course, you can enjoy a nice tiramisu. You can also enjoy their ricotta cheesecake, chocolate tartufo cake, which is chocolate cake, white and dark chocolate mousse incorporated there too. You can even try their olive oil cake. It's marinated blueberries, mint, basil, caramelized sugar, and lemon whipped cream. So they have an olive oil cake. You can try their local gelato. It's the chef's seasonal selection. And you can also try their local sorbetto, which is also a seasonal selection as well. Their sorbetto. If you want to check out that list, it's a nice little compiled list of their desserts, something to enjoy, of course. And they also do have their mini desserts, which include their dolcinos. Cute little desserts there, the dolcinos. You can try the ricotta cheesecake, tiramisu, chocolate cake, and vanilla bean gelato. You can choose one or all four of them. So they're $3.50 each, or all four for $13. Get little samples there to enjoy. That's probably something that I would do. Little mini desserts, kind of cute, fashionable as well too. So check it out for more information. That's on their website. That's Gia Mia. Nice place to go to. Nice interior design as well, for sure. So if you want to check them out, they're also on YouTube. They offer Southern Italian style pizza, inspired by Napoli, pizza of Napoli, of the Naples. So check it out. That's Gia Mia pizzabar.com. GiaMiaPizzaBar.com. The time is 10:46. We're going to take another quick time out here. When we come back, I'll discuss another good place to get some good pasta here as well. And this is located out in the Bartlett area in the streets of Bartlett Shopping Center. So stay tuned for that. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN.
You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Sconing, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all played, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift, right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Twins Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twins Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
For an absolutely amazing meal and attentive, smiling staff, try Red Ox Restaurant and Bar in Hampshire. They have a delicious Friday night fish fry. There's so many great dishes on the menu that'll keep you returning. Try their savory French onion soup. Then for your main course, choose from a wide variety of steaks and chops, fried chicken, shrimp, or juicy prime rib, done just the way you like it. Red Ox also has daily specials and a full bar for you and your friends. Visit redoxhampshire.com today.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by Member's Choice. This institution is not federally insured.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you, the faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley. Talk of the Town. We hope you're enjoying your day so far today. Still have a little bit of time left here. I do see a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Yeah, are you still doing the certificates?
So we're not doing Shop Show on the air right now. We do have Shop Show available online on our website, and also we're open on Saturdays from 9 until 12 in Redemption Center.
Okay, so the Redemption Center's not open today either, huh?
Not today, only on Saturdays from 9 to 12.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye now. Yes, so Saturdays is when we're open for Redemption Center. You can also call that number during the time, too, 847-741-7700. We also do have our online store as well, WRMN1410.com, under Radio Shopping Show. I was going to talk about here, continuing on, because it is Wednesday. It is a wind down Wednesday. It's also a spaghetti Wednesday, of course, as well, too. So a second place I wanted to suggest to you, this is out in the Bartlett area. It's an Italian restaurant. This is called Pasta Mia. So Pasta Mia is located in the Bartlett Shopping Center. So it's the streets of the Bartlett Shopping Center at 116 Bartlett Plaza in Bartlett. And they're going to be opening pretty soon in about 10 minutes at 11 a.m. So their hours of operation are Monday through Thursday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And then they're also open on Friday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And then also on Saturday as well here too from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. And they're closed on Sundays. So they are closed on Sundays. And again, Columbus Day coming up next Monday. Hours might differ, so good to double check on that. Of course, calling the all these different places numbers is also good too. You can also find them on Facebook as well too. Lots of these restaurants are available on Facebook, so you can check out and see if they do post anything there too. So if we take a look here, Pasta Mia, as it is Wednesday, a pasta day. They've got there every week. Pasta Mia features the best weekly specials. Keep coming back to see which of your favorite dishes are featured. You can go to their website, pastamiabartlett.com. Taking a look at the interior design of it all too. It's a nice place. They've got here a little bit more of, you know what it kind of reminds me of? Like kind of a darker designed version of Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee. You've got the white painted bricks, but you also have the nice gold chandeliers, kind of a little bit of a modern style with a little bit more of a Tuscan design in there too. You get that kind of mixture as well. This is the best way I can kind of describe it to you. They also do, of course, have kind of a pub style feel to there as well. They do have some slot machines that you can also play. They also do offer some American fare and food, and they have their nice bar. I like those nice little golden chandeliers are really cute. Those are really nice. Kind of a modern design. Well, not really. They do kind of look like from the 20s and 30s a little bit. They're like little mini chandeliers that they have in there. That's really nice. You can get their soup. Of course, you can also try their delicious pasta, their pizza. You can even get like a mac and cheese pizza. Barbecue mac and cheese pizza looks absolutely phenomenal. Quite cheesy. You can get a big pizza. You can get a big size pizza here. So this is it. It's Pasta Mia, nice building where it's located there. You can also try their cocktails. They offer, of course, their meatball sandwiches to enjoy. They're very nice, thick crust pizza. You can get it also stuffed as well, too. Can't go wrong with that. You can try their Italian beef, freshly made, it looks like here, too, well portioned. You can even have a nice appetizer of potato skins, which is also very good as well, too. You can try their delicious frozen cocktails as well. They also have wraps. So a nice big menu here at Pasta Mia that you can try out. You can also try their wings. You can try their salads. So they have a good list, pardon me, a good list to choose from. They have beers. Their Alfredo looks delicious there too, that you can try out. So if we go to their website here, we can check out and see what they've got. They've been proudly serving the Bartlett, Streamwood, Hanover Park, South Elgin, Wayne, Carroll Stream, Roselle, and Bloomingdale communities. So this one I'm talking about here is the Bartlett location. You can take a look and see what they've got for their weekly specials. So taking a look here, they had this recently started. So they did update their weekly specials. They started it Friday, October 4th. So you can take a look here and see what they've got for their weekly specials. And it does look like they do update it pretty regularly as well. You can try their mussels. They offer a Turkey Club focaccia bread sandwich. You can try Ma's pork chop. They offer portobello ravioli al forno. You can try their gnocchi alla burrata, and more. So those are a nice little list there. They offer the soups of the day. You can do a cup for $3.50 or a bowl for $5. That's not too bad at all. You can even try their desserts. You can try the pumpkin mousse cheesecake, which sounds pretty delicious, or their salted caramel cheesecake to, of course, get festive there. You can view their happy hour specials, which are available Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. Sometimes happy hours tend to be maybe like a 3 to 6. This is 3 to 5, so it's a shorter time frame there. They've got their bar side only, so they offer their drinks. You can do a $6 house wine. You can do their $6 house mixers. They offer some food options. You can do a $9 Capri sliders, eggplant rolls, wings. You can try their beer pretzels for $7. You can try their cheese flatbreads. You can even add like extra toppings on there too. So that's on their bar side. They do have their little extra special happy hour specials. Daily specials on Monday, they have their half price pizza, including also their $17 domestic buckets. On Tuesdays, they have their $10 select pastas and $6 house wines. So they have their pasta deals on Tuesdays. On Tuesdays is when they have their pasta deals. Wednesdays, like today, they're going to be having their bourbon burgers and beer. Premium bourbon drink equals half price burger. And then they also have their $10 domestic beer pitchers and $20 imported beer pitchers. Coming up tomorrow on Thursday for the Bartlett location, they're going to be having their $9 meatball sliders with fries. You can also try their half price house wine bottles too, so you can have some extra for yourself a little later on in the day, or also throughout the week if you purchase it through the bottle. Friday they have their $10 top shelf margarita. You get to pick the flavor, and then they have on Saturdays their $8 Cosmos. You can also check out their coupons, which are available for download and printing on their website, so you'd be able to download them and print them out, which is pretty nice. They have like a half price Pizza Monday, any size, cash only. Special coupon, 15% off any catering order of $150 or more. Tuesday, $10 select pastas for dine-in. So you can also get some of those extra special coupons featured online. Good to, of course, take a look at this. View their different wine selections, any upcoming live entertainment that might be coming up. They had quite a bit of it in August and September with some live entertainment. Again, they're located at 116 Bartlett Plaza in Bartlett. For more information, you can check out their website. That is pastamiabartlett.com. It is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. The darn fly is still here. But it's a beautiful sunny day anyway. So stay tuned. We're going to take you to the top of the hour news and message from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll discuss more here on Out to Lunch with WRMN. Stay tuned.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 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 There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410. Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. The Geneva City Council looking out for a new Ward 5 alderperson after Craig Maladra's resignation last month. Residents of the 5th Ward who meet a stringent criteria are eligible to apply for this civic role by this Friday. Applications must include a letter of interest and a statement of economic interest submitted to the city clerk. In Batavia, former city alderman Dan Chanzit facing charges related to the possession of multiple drugs. The 48-year-old was arrested at his residence on People's Court, with authorities charging him with possession of methamphetamine, ecstasy, and psilocybin. Despite the charges, Chanza claims that the drugs were not his, but belonged to two individuals staying in his home. Kane County is calling on residents to play a hands-on role in the democratic process by serving as election judges for the upcoming general election on November 5th. Clerk John A. Cunningham emphasizing the vital part these judges play in ensuring elections are run efficiently. Find out more by contacting the clerk's office. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Jacksonville Jaguars battle this Sunday in London, England. Safety Jaquan Brisker not with the team. He's been placed into the concussion protocol. Brisker's tied for the team lead with 40 tackles. The Blackhawks opened up the NHL season on Tuesday night, falling 5-2 against Utah. It was the first NHL game for the Utah Hockey Club after relocating from Phoenix, Arizona. Utah took a 2-0 lead out of the first. Peter Mrazek made 20 saves in the losing effort effort for Chicago. Toivo Tervainen and Nick Foligno scored the goals for the Blackhawks. Connor Bedard assisted on both Chicago goals. The Blackhawks continue their season-opening road trip this Friday night with a matchup against the Jets in Winnipeg.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching.
Experts say regular auto maintenance is one of the most important things for your car. Meineke Car Care Center at 376 Sundown Road in South Elgin covers all your automotive needs. From oil changes, brake services, and emission testing, Meineke's expert staff provides hard work and dedication with the utmost professionalism. Need an oil change? Visit Meineke in South Elgin for their 23-point inspection. Call 847-888-9644.
Take your family out or meet up with a friend for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Elgin IHOP, located at 101 Randall Road by the theater. They're open for dining 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Stop in at 3 p.m. for happy hour with discounted meal deals for early birds starting at just $6. You can choose from breakfast choices like the pancake sundaes or juicy burgers or maybe a classic burrito bowl. Check out the menu at ihop.com today.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley. Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying your day so far. We are in the 11 o'clock hour here. So, of course, what that means is we'll talk a little bit about the National Day calendar and what is to be recognized, celebrated, appreciated, and more today on National Day calendar. Now, I made the little mistake yesterday of giving you a sneak peek. Well, it's fine. But I did read through what was today's yesterday. I didn't go through all of it, though, because National Today does have an extension of some things, too. So, but we did talk about yesterday. I mentioned what's today's day: National Moldy Cheese Day, Curves Day, Take Your Parents to Lunch Day, as well, too. So that is today's. Those are today's days. Now, you can find them on nationaldaycalendar.com. I scrolled a little bit too far down the list and read the days for yesterday was for tomorrow, which is now today. So there you go. Tomorrow's days are pretty cool, though. We got some good ones. We also have some good ones, of course, today as well. So let's take a look and see what we have. Today's Wednesday, October 9th. Now, today is National C60 Day. National C60 Day. Now, this is the day creating awareness of the molecule C60, labeled as a free radical sponge with unbelievable antioxidant properties and countless benefits recognized today. Although it may sound like the name of a character from Star Wars, and it was in fact discovered by scientists studying interstellar space, C60 is completely natural and is actually found in carbon-rich atmospheres of giant red stars. The antioxidant power is several hundred times higher than that of conventional antioxidants, which is what really kind of sets it apart today. is really that. And plus they purify as well, how they purify C60 manufacturers. How the C60 manufacturers apart is how setting them apart is how they purified through the sublimation versus the commonly used oven baked method, which involves solvents, is recommended. And although it's a little pricier than other C60 products, you definitely get what you pay for, a cleaner product with absolutely no solvents used during the purification process. So how it might support your wellness at the cellular level, including here, it neutralizes free radicals, it lifts the oxidative burden, and also optimizes mitochondrial function as well too. So there you go. Now, little history there, of course. Carbon, it's the basics of life. Despite it being a common element, one of the most complex and most studies, C60 or carbon-60, it is definitely made up of some unique 60 carbon atoms that naturally occur, resembling a tiny hollow soccer ball. So there's even a picture here too. I'll show it to you on how it's kind of recognized there. Of course, many people out there, I'm sure yourself, have also seen this as well too. So. Now, how it was discovered in 1985, Sir Harold Walter Kroto of the University of Sussex, along with Richard Smalley and Bob Curl of Rice University, conducted experiments to determine the molecule responsible for observing infrared light in outer space. Spectrometry evidence shows the formation of C60 atoms, which with a spheroidal, there's so many scientific words I can't pronounce here. A spheroidal geometry. Oh my goodness, I need a better coffee today. And then there's honestly, there's tons of words in here I can't pronounce. With the scientific stuff. So if you want to read it for yourself, it's on nationaltoday.com. They do some experimenting here. The three scientists won a Nobel Prize Award in 1996. Human studies find visible results in 2010. Human study finds that when applied topically, C60 is effective in lessening the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. That'd be why it's used in a lot of those different facial creams and massage oils and things like that too. So definitely very much important. Very much important. Now, the first C60 gummies in the world were actually introduced this month back in 2022. ShopC60.com introduces the Tart Cherry Gummies. There's also the arrival of sugar-free. ShopC60.com introduces the first sugar-free C60 gummy in the world. So definitely something that is being used even in the modern day that's a little bit more kind of recent with gummies and other things as well too when it comes to health and beauty. The launch of C60 Youth Renewal Eye Cream was in August of 2023, so very, very recent. It's one of a kind C60 plus copper peptide anti-aging product designed to support delicate skin around the eyes. So we are, of course, seeing the progression of how science has progressed when it comes to anti-aging creams and things like that too. As well too. Also, I would also say styles have changed and people are trying to look younger too. I mean, you look at the Victorian era. You look at women in their 40s and they they have kind of like a quote old maid look. They looked a bit older now. People look very young for their age. Seems like a lot nowadays too, which could very much be in part due to, for example, here C60. In products. I mean, even here too on the timeline, last month, C60 Power hosts a C60 Summit 2.0. This was last month. The next generation of discussion with an updated panel of medical doctors regarding the possible health benefits associated with human use and consumption of 99.99% pure sublimated C60, and that was last month. So we are seeing a progression going on here. Usually when I read these timelines, they're usually, from the very, very early times to like maybe the 60s and 70s. But we're seeing here on this timeline on National Today, talking about C60 and how it's even being used currently right now, too. And how we are seeing the timeline of events even growing as we speak right now, too, pretty much. So that's really cool that even in the now we're being part of that history. So very cool. That is recognized today on National Day calendar. Let's see here. Another day that is also recognized on today's holidays is Curious Events Day, recognized today on October 9th. Curious Events Day is a day to wonder about everything we've ever wondered about. Is Bigfoot real? Those ones, being inquisitive, persistent. And of course, to be careful, don't forget that, of course, curiosity killed the cat, as they say. But the history of curious events definitely, is so-and-so still alive and they're secretly hiding, stuff like that. When it comes to conspiracy theorists and theories and stuff like that too. The Curiosity Events Day timeline, which is actually quite interesting here. There's an interesting history here. 1869, and this is on the timeline sheet here that I have on National Today, writes, fake news. A farmer in Cardiff, New York, buries a 10-foot stone statue on his land, has two guys, quote, discover it while digging a well, and manages to turn the fake petrified man, his Cardiff giant, into a popular attraction for several months. So yes, fooling people since 1869 and before. Of course, you got here Looking Behind the Curtain, L. Frank Baum's wonderful Wizard of Oz, came about 1900, about the search for a wizard who turns out to be a charlatan, definitely an imposter. That was published in 1900. You got 1934, Monster in the Mail. The Daily Mail, a London tabloid, publishes a photo of a curious creature with a long neck and one or two humps in Loch Ness, as we know. 1947, crash site. The crash of an, quote, unidentified flying object near Roswell, New Mexico spawns 70 years of speculation about whether the U.S. government could be concealing the fatal arrival of aliens from outer space. You didn't hear it from me, just saying. 1947. So we are seeing here Curious Events Day, also a day recognizing, spotting things like, things that make you go, is that actually real? How long have we been fooling people? For sure. I'd also say too, with photography, people have also been fooling people with photography. That's another thing too. A lot of people like, oh, nowadays, we're editing pictures, we're fooling people when we're on dating sites and things like that. Actually, that's true, of course. But when it comes to photography, people have been editing and kind of fooling people since the start of photography too. I mean, there was a process where people would paint over any so-called imperfections on people. And if you actually look at different websites that do offer original glass plate negatives, you can actually see before and after pictures that are from the original glass plate. The before, where maybe someone had a wart on their right cheek and then they erase it. This is, I'm talking like 1800s, like 1880s. And stuff like that too. So that's definitely been, going on for a while. Or even some editing where, people there was the thing in the 1900s where the photographer was taking pictures of so-called fairies and they were actually just cutouts. But people at the time actually believed, oh my goodness, these 3 or 4 girls discovered fairies. So again, Curious Events Day, definitely. And that was proven, I think, to be a hoax. Proven to be hoax as well. So again, kind of interesting. Curious Events Day, reading the history about that too, for sure. So, because a lot of, you hear things like, oh, everything's so fake nowadays. It's like, well, you know what? It's been happening in the times too, back in the days as well, with newspapers when they first came out, different events, and so on and so forth as well too. So very interesting to read about that. It is 11:18. I'm going to take a little time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Stay tuned and we'll be back. One of the things we're proud of at WRMN is our connection to the local community. In fact, recently we hosted a fundraiser for a longtime listener, Gene Wheeler, and first shift listener George Rollinson says it turned out perfectly.
Perfection is a moving target. You try to hit that bullseye and you zone in on it. It moves a little to the left and it moves a little to the right. I don't know. I'd say we hit a bullseye. I don't know how that could have been any better.
Working together to make Elgin better, we are WRMN AM 1410, serving the local community since 1949.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Dine out with family and friends at Nick's Pizza in Elgin or Crystal Lake. Nick serves up award-winning thin crust and Chicago-style pizza. Eat in or carry out. In addition to Nick's fabulous pizza, let Nick's cater your events with pizza, pasta, Italian beef, and other delicious offerings. Their big banquet rooms can accommodate all your event needs. So, for great pizza in a Northwoods, cabin-style atmosphere, bring family and friends to Nick's. Visit nickspizzapub.com.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's out to lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying your morning so far. It is 11:21, and we're talking about some national days today, days to recognize and to enjoy. And if you want to be a part of the conversation, feel free to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. If you'd like to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. You can always keep up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and with WRMN. Let's take a look here at some other days recognized today. Internationally, it is Emergency Nurses Day. I don't know what we would do without them. Every year on October, the second Wednesday of October, which today falls on October 9th, nurses are, of course, a profession that requires a great deal of compassion and expertise and a lot of time. They're working in hospital emergency wards, having to deal with numerous difficulties all through their working hours. A special focus is planned on Emergency Nurses Day, which is part of a wider celebration of Emergency Nurses Week. Events are held around the world to express gratitude and support for emergency nurses, who of course provide invaluable care and assistance as well to those who are in need. So very, very nice. Now, the history of the day first started in 1989. It has been observed ever since. It was established by the Emergency Nurses Association, and it's part of the Week of Emergency Nurses Week. The day recognizes the extraordinary commitment and labor of emergency nursing professionals around the world. Now, they began celebrating as an association. This allowed the Association of Emergency Nurses to highlight the contributions, of course. Emergency room handles cases of allergic reactions, accidents, matters of requiring urgent medical care. Nurses work quickly to make sure a patient's needs are assessed and that their care is prioritized. They begin with stabilizing the patient, and once that's done, they diagnose the problem and start working to nurse, no pun intended, the patient back to health. Needless to say, it is definitely quite a job. It can be traumatic. It can be, of course, fast-paced at times. I mean, having to deal with patients whose lives are on the line, I can't imagine that. So we have to, of course, thank them for what they do. We don't know what we do without them. It takes a lot of course, exceptional critical thinking skills as well when you're a nurse. You have to have compassion. You have to also stay calm under pressure, too. They work as part of a team with other healthcare professionals, including other nurses and also physicians as well. So let's give them a shout out today, of course, for all that they do for us. And we are greatly appreciative of them. Now, modern nursing started in the 19th century. It was established by Florence Nightingale. We've heard of her, of course. Nurses Registration Act was in 1901. New Zealand becomes the first country to regulate nurses nationally. 1901, the same year, nurses are appointed to treat the wounded in war, the Army Nurse Corps. In the 1950s, hospitals start employing nurses. They become the single largest employers of nurses. My grandma in the 1940s, before she got married, actually did go to nursing school. She didn't finish because she actually had to stay home and take care of her father, but she was hoping to become a nurse at a hospital in the 50s. It was like the late 40s, early 50s is when she started there, but then she actually had to be really kind of the personal nurse for her father who was sick. And he passed away in 1953, so she wasn't able to complete her nursing school course, but was very helpful nonetheless, of course, and what she could do. So, again, a great way to, of course, appreciate how to celebrate today. Of course, celebrate the nurses in our lives. If you have family members who were nurses as well, too, of course, you can maybe even post a picture out there as well. I actually have a great grandma that also was a nurse in New York. And I've got a big old picture from like 1915 of her, or no, she would have been too young. It was about it must have been maybe about 1920, maybe like 1919, 1920. Was a hospital, Roosevelt Hospital in New York, and it's a huge picture. It's like really big. It's like, I don't even know, like 4 feet, but I mean, it's a big picture. And it's all the nurses, and she's in there too, which is pretty cool. So, of course, say thank you. If you know someone who's an emergency nurse, show them how much you appreciate their hard work. Raise funds, of course. Read some real-life stories as well, too. You know, it's definitely something to recognize as well, too. Many famous people have been nurses. One of them is the famous poet Walt Whitman was a nurse. 2020 was the Year of the Nurse. The World Health Organization proclaimed 2020 the International Year of the Nurse. Of course, during the pandemic, it increased viability of nurses' contributions and all that they had to go through during that time. So, of course, grateful that they were there to help people out for sure. So definitely a day to recognize and to, of course, pay tribute to. Wanted to go in more grander detail because it is very much so important. So thank you so much to all the nurses out there for everything that you do. It is also International Beer and Pizza Day, recognized today on October 9th. There's no better way to, of course, have a pizza and have a beer party as well. When you think of pizza, most likely think of Italy, but did you know that the first pizza was actually made by the Greeks and the Egyptians? Yes. My grandma would be rolling in her grave. Pepperoni may be the most popular pizza on the topping there. Goodness, now we've got some flies in here again. So International Beer and Pizza Day is recognized today. Of course, you can definitely enjoy that by having some of the world's best food pairings of pizza and beer. You can find them, of course, pizza and beer at a lot of different bars, restaurants, and more within the area. Of course, the two restaurants that we talked about earlier today, you can get both pizza and beer, the Gia Mia and Pasta Mia in Bartlett and in Geneva, respectfully. They also do have different locations, so pretty cool. Now you get the information on beer on paper in 5000 BC. The ancient Egyptians documented the brewing process of beer on papyrus scrolls. So it's definitely been around for a while here. Name It Pizza, 997 AD. The word pizza is successfully documented. And all that is in Gaeta and later in different parts of southern and central Italy as well, too. The 1800s, pizza arrives in America. Italian immigrants introduce pizza to the United States. There you go. Definitely a day to celebrate, for sure, on this National Day. Got some other days, too, which we'll mention here in passing. And then what we'll do is we'll also go through here as well, kind of talking about things and events that are happening in the area. Once we get into the 12 o'clock hour, we do have a special guest who will be on with us here for the first half of the 12 o'clock hour, so stay tuned for that. And then, of course, at around 12:30 or so, we're going to be in our Tradio segment. So if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, of course, you can call during that time with the number here in studio, 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410. Stay tuned. You're listening to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We broadcast here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned. We'll be back after these messages.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. In Batavia, former City Alderman Dan Chanzit facing charges related to the possession of multiple drugs. The 48-year-old was arrested at his residence on People's Court, with authorities charging him with possession of methamphetamine, ecstasy, and psilocybin. Despite the charges, Chanzit claims that the drugs were not his, but belonged to two individuals staying in his home. Kane County is calling on residents to play a hands-on role in the democratic process by serving as election judges for the upcoming general election on November 5th. Clerk John A. Cunningham emphasizing the vital part these judges play in ensuring elections are run efficiently. Find out more by contacting the clerk's office. The Geneva City Council looking out for a new Ward 5 alderperson after Craig Maladra's resignation last month. Residents of the 5th Ward who meet a stringent criteria are eligible to apply for this civic role by this Friday. Applications must include a letter of interest and a statement of economic interest submitted to the city clerk. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Llanos right. That'll get Martinez home. They will hold Taylor at third, and diving into second with a double and a run batted in is Francisco Lindor.
The call on Mets Radio 7-2, the win over the Phillies on Tuesday. New York takes a 2-1 series advantage in the best of 5. Pete Alonso and Jesse Winker hit solo homers for the Mets. Francisco Lindor ripped a 2 RBI double. New York will try and close things out at home today. Jose Quintana starts against Ranger Suarez. The Padres held on to beat the Dodgers 6-5 to go up 2-1 in the best of 5. San Diego led it 6-1 heading into the third. Teoscar Hernandez hit a grand slam to pull the Dodgers within 1, but the San Diego bullpen able to hold on. Game 4 tonight. Dylan Cease starts for San Diego. The Dodgers haven't announced a starter.
Bundle auto and home, renters, or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its head-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying your morning so far here. It is 11:34 is the time right now. We'll continue on here. I'll touch base a little bit more on the National Day calendar, talking about some days that are recognized today. And then we'll also read through some things as well, kind of going through what is happening within the area, what's going on here within the Fox River Valley. What I'll do too is I'll bring up back again that issue, the Fox Valley Magazine October issue, and kind of read through that for you here too, kind of seeing what's going on there as well, kind of just flipping through and see what they've got. So we'll definitely do that here. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410. Let's take a look here and see some other days that are recognized today. It is International Top Spinning Day. This is under activities and fun. Now, of course, you probably remember the tops. Definitely a fun toy to enjoy as a young kid. I definitely had quite a few of those as a kid. My parents got me those, and then also my grandparents as well. I had a lot of fun doing top spinning. I not only did I use those toys, I also would spin like bowls as a kid. So like plastic bowls, I would just like spin them on the ground. I don't know. I was just interested. So that's what I did. And it is actually a day recognized today to the delight of lovers of spinning tops around the world. A spinning top is a toy with a squat body and sharp bottom. It's designed to be spun on its vertical axis. The International Top Spinning Day celebrates about this toy. So it's it's a fun toy. It's a fun toy that you can enjoy. So it is Top Spinning Day recognized today. Spinning tops, a fun toy, different sizes too. They have them. They have like what was that one that was, I don't remember what it was called. It was a top. Well, okay, so they have a lot of different ones. They have one like a handle, you push it down and it spins it, and then it spins right. It's usually like a metal one. It's like a classic tin spinning top. You're, of course, probably very much so familiar with that. My grandma had one for us to play with. I had one too, so I had a couple of them. There was another one too, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was where you had a string and you pulled the string to spin it, and it was almost like a sphere on the inside. I can't remember what it was called. And it had like little like red and yellow colors on there. I can't remember what it was called. Also in preschool, we learned how to spin a dreidel. That was fun too. I loved spinning dreidels as a kid. That was a lot of fun. Doing that in preschool. I remember that. So there's lots of fun, it's just a fun toy for kids or, anyone, if you want to use it, of course. There's lots of different ones. Spinning top toys, Tons of different ones out there too. I just can't remember what it was called. I'll just see if I can find a picture of it. But that was probably one of my favorites. Was that one. So anyways, it is recognized today. You get into the first spinning top created in 35th century BC. The first spinning top, according to reports, is made around this time. The spinning top is the oldest toy in human history and the oldest one ever found that dates to this period. In 2005, a South African spins 261 times is the title here. In a letter sent to a spinning top and yoga museum in Burlington, Wisconsin, a South African lover of spinning tops named Tony said he spun 261 times, representing approximately 3,600,000 revolutions to celebrate the day. Wow. So he was able to do that and keep it up before it fell down. So in 2013, the Big Magazine feature International Top Spinning Day gets its major news publication. There's an alarm going off now. International Top Spinning Day gets its major news publication appearance in the National Monthly Magazine, Family Fun Magazine in 2013. 184 students participate in top spinning in 2013 on this day too for the celebration. It was at Hillside Elementary School in Livingston, New Jersey, representing an important landmark. Absolutely. So very cool. That is recognized today, National Spinning Top Day. Definitely a fun toy to enjoy and have a good time with too. So this and more can be found on nationaltoday.com. That's nationaltoday.com is where all that information can be found. Some other days that are also recognized today, of course, there are some famous birthdays. We've got some famous birthdays today too. We've got Bella Hadid's birthday, of course, a very famous model. Some other birthdays is it's John Lennon's birthday as well today too. Sean Lennon's birthday. So you got John Lennon and Sean Lennon's birthday also. It is also Sharon Osbourne's birthday today as well. She is quite funny for sure. I remember when she was on America's Got Talent. That was kind of like a peak of the time. When that was. Of course, the TV show, MTV show, The Osbournes, The Daily Life, drawing a national audience, of course, and they're very interesting family for sure. She is definitely quite a star for sure. She's very funny. And in 2022, she became the host of the Talk TV's new weekly primetime show, The Talk, which premiered on April 25th of 2022. So there you go. And she's definitely very funny as well. She's also a cancer survivor as well, too. So, and of course, she's married to the famous Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, absolutely. So that's her birthday. Today's happy birthday to them. And of course, everyone else who is also on the list as well for today's holidays. This and more can be found on nationaltoday.com. Let's also take a look here and kind of switch gears a little bit here, going into some things that are happening around the area here of the Fox River Valley. Before I do that, though, there's actually a website I wanted to go to show you called Kane County Connects. So this is called Kane County Connects, and I actually want to start using them here to kind of read through some of the top stories here as well. Now, you might have heard already that Kane County Animal Control, they have their pet of the week. This week. It is the adorable River, and he is all ears. I love it. So cute. So he is the pet of the week. He's all ears. Each one, right and left, seems as though it's attempting to reach out beyond its cute little puppy head. If he puts his face up to look over a table, you wouldn't see his eyes or nose at first. You would just see his ears. So introducing River is the cutest 6-month-old German Shepherd mixed puppy. And definitely a cute one on for that. And that was written by, this article was written by Tekla Metzel of Kane County Animal Control. This was a couple days ago is when they wrote that. So very cute. This is River, celebrating River, the pet of the week, the Kane County Animal Control pet of the week. Now, River here is a little timid at first meeting or when he's introduced to new things. He hasn't had the benefit of learning cues from a sibling or parent or even an owner. There hasn't been anyone around to show him the ropes of introducing him to new situations or let him know that he is safe. So we recognize him today throughout this week, as it is the King County Animal Control Pet of the Week. So if you want to read those stories, of course, you can also find more information on the KingCountyConnects.com, the KingCountyConnects.com. How, of course, you can adopt as well. For more information regarding King County Animal Control's adoptable animals and for an adoption application, you can go to their website at KingCountyPets.org. Again, that's KingCountyPets.org. All King County Animal Control adoptable cats and dogs are sprayed and neutered, microchipped, and up to date on all vaccines, including rabies. So we give River here recognition as well too, with little stories, information about him as well. He is a blank canvas waiting for an artist to apply the first of many brush strokes. You could say he's a work in progress, waiting to become a masterpiece, waiting to fit in his tall ears to finally feel safe. Oh, that's so sweet. So that is the pet of the week. Very, very nice. That was posted onto King County Connects. So if you want to check out more information, you can view KingCountyConnects.com. That's KingCountyConnects.com for more information. Thank you to Wendy for commenting in today. A gyroscope. Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Wendy, for clarifying that. The gyroscope. Yes, that was my favorite. The gyroscope, a device used for measuring or maintaining orientation and angular velocity. This was my favorite style of a top to play with for sure. I was very excited when I got it for Christmas. I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old. I remember unwrapping it and I was so excited. It came in the little box. Thank you, Wendy, for commenting in. Hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Yes, the gyroscope, definitely a fun one for sure. You can also check out YouTube videos on tips and tricks when it comes to the physics of the gyroscope. Yeah, there it is. Definitely it has that star. It's got like the gold edge with the red in on the inside there on the stick or the spit or whatever you call it. It is the Exploratorium gyroscope that you can get. So lots of fun. I've seen some vintage ones as well. Not too long ago when I went to an antique store, I did see one. It was maybe from like the 70s, which I thought was pretty cool. I was like, oh, should I get it? I don't know. But yeah, this is what it was the Tedco. Tedco was it, I do believe is what I got. It came in that box, that clear box, and I was very excited to get it for sure. So that was definitely something that I enjoyed playing with as a kid. Thank you so much, Wendy, for for mentioning that here too. Taking a look at the time here, it's almost 11:46. We're going to take another quick time out. When I come back, we'll discuss more on some things happening within the area. Stay tuned. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We'll be back in just a bit.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-234-0316. 800-234-0316. That's 800-234-0316.
WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The word is out. Nissans cost less on Route 19, but that's not all. Parts, service, and body shop, they all cost less at McGrath Nissan. Used cars too. The reason why is how hard we try. Right now, get 0% APR financing on select new Nissan models at McGrath Nissan because
Nissans cost less on Route 19.
Come to Elgin.
See what we mean.
Attention all burger enthusiasts and game aficionados. Celebrate a century of excellence at Mott's Lounge. Proudly serving the community for 100 years under 5 generations of passionate ownership. Sink your teeth into our hand-pressed fresh burgers bursting with flavor, crafted just the way you like them. And while you're here, enjoy our exclusive drink specials, perfect for toasting to our milestone anniversary. Plus, challenge your luck with our state-of-the-art gaming machines, adding an extra thrill to your visit. Join us at Mott's Lounge and be a part of history in the making. Here's to another century of great food, fun, and memories. Mott's Lounge, where every visit is a celebration. For more information, visit us online at mottslounge.com.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. If you want to take a look at our website, we are WRMN1410.com. We still have a little bit of time left here into the end of the 11 o'clock hour, about 10 minutes or so. So I wanted to read through some things, of course, that are happening within the Fox River Valley area. I want to say thank you to, of course, Mark Bielek for sending me this information here, because this is some pretty interesting news here. Van's Frozen Custard, and I do believe you read this earlier today, could be moving from East Dundee across the river to West Dundee. On Tuesday, members of the West Dundee Appearance Review Commission will review a concept plan to transform a shuttered KFC restaurant into the popular Frozen Custard Eatery's new location. That's the KFC restaurant right over there by the beef place, right by Fernandez and Company. Oh my goodness, it's slipping me. Not Beef Shack. It's oh my God, I don't know. It's the good place. They've got the chicken nuggets there, or the chicken tenders there, which are very good. Anywho, so it's going over there, the shuttered, right near the Walgreens. A representative from Van's Frozen Custard could not be reached on Monday. He was busy making ice cream. The decades-old eatery started in Carpentersville before moving to East Dundee's in the Village downtown district near the Fox River Bike Trail. It appears poised to relocate to the West Dundee off Route 72, just south of the former Spring Hill Mall. Yes. So there you go. Of course, popular for their custard treats. Of course, popular for their delicious food. Their wonderful portions of fries as well that you can get there too. I guess the owners of Van's Frozen Custard are in the process of finalizing a deal to purchase the KFC building there too. So there you go. It's bugging me that I can't find out what this place is called. Beefaroo. There we go. Beefaroo. And Wendy, you beat me to it. She already posted it on there as I was saying Beefaroo. So thank you, Wendy, for mentioning that. Yeah, Beefaroo in West Dundee. Yeah, they got some good stuff, especially their shakes are very good too. That's Beefaroo. So a good place to check out for sure. Let's take a look here at the EAC Weekly Resource. This was yesterday, the Elgin Area Chamber. I am subscribed to them. So let's take a look here and see what is coming up within the area. We've got their Elgin Image Awards of 2024, a way to celebrate the people and projects that make Elgin a wonderful place to call home. This is coming up here at the Gail Borden Public Library on October 29th. That's on a Tuesday at 4:30 until 6 p.m. That's at 270 North Grove right here in downtown Elgin. You can RSVP. It's presented by the Elgin Development Group, Enhancing Elgin Committee, and they are a diverse division of Elgin Area Chamber as well, too. So very nice. Some other things as well. The Elgin Area Chamber is celebrating their anniversary thanks to their members for their support, which led them to continue to serve the business community. They are celebrating their Elgin Area Chamber anniversary as well, too. So very, very nice as well. And there's even a list, of course, of the years there. Let's see. Another thing that we talked about yesterday was when the fall kickoff event was. That was yesterday. They had that. That was brought to you by the Elgin Area Chamber, Hoffman Estates Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and then also the Northern King County Chamber of Commerce. They had that event at Old Republic last night. That was at 4:30 p.m. until 6. So they had that last night. They have a multi-chamber after hours, a taste of Elgin. It's an evening of networking, community connections, and delicious local flavors. That is going to be coming up October 17th. So that's October 17th. That is from 4:30 to 6:30, and they're located at 1000 South McLean Boulevard in Elgin, featuring a culinary journey with local restaurants and eateries, being able to network with business leaders and chamber members from Elgin as well as St. Charles, as well as here too at this event, exclusive raffles and gifts. So you don't want to miss this opportunity to connect with fellow professionals and of course to enjoy the local flavors of the community and what they have to offer. So, and that's brought to you by Prairie Community Bank, as well as Elgin Area Chamber and St. Charles Area Chamber of Commerce. So there you go. The Boys and Girls Club of North Central Illinois is having their preschool grand opening and ribbon cutting coming up on Friday, October 18th. That's 11 to 11:30 a.m., celebrating the new preschool program for 3 and 4-year-old children. Experienced teachers are engaging with curriculum offered to children. This is the opportunity for them to learn, to grow in a safe, nurturing environment. So that is the North Central Illinois South Elgin Clubhouse at 735 Martin Drive. So that should definitely be a very wonderful event to go to. A progressive luncheon is coming up here by the Multi-Chamber Progressive Luncheon. That's going to be Thursday, October 24th. This is 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's Falling into Business, or Fall into Business. They're going to be having. It's going to be at the Villa Olivia Country Club, quite the fancy country club indeed, at 1401 West Lake Street in Bartlett. That's Route 20 Naperville Road. You can enjoy a 3-course progressive lunch while connecting with other chamber members. Take advantage of this B2B opportunity to promote your business. Bring business cards, share meetings, to share at to share and to meet business professionals. Mix up of the words there. You can register with your local chamber. It's $35 for members, $50 for prospective members, and registration required, no walk-ins. Featured there will be Bartlett area, Batavia, Elgin area, Glen Ellen, Northern Hispanic, Hampshire, Lisle, Geneva, Roselle, and so much more too. So that is going to be coming up in October, on Thursday, October 24th. Is when that'll be coming up there. So if you subscribe to their newsletter, you can find more information on some things coming up here as well, the different luncheons and more. There's even a Thanksgiving luncheon coming up Tuesday, November 26th at the Elgin Community College. They're going to be having that. It's Thanks and Giving Community Luncheon, where you can join the Elgin Area Chamber to celebrate at the 43rd Annual Thanks and Giving Community Luncheon. So got some fun things coming up here in the months of October and even a little sneak peek into November. You can find more information by subscribing to their newsletter here, the Elgin Area Chamber, at info@elginchamber.ccsend.com. That's where you can subscribe. Of course, you can also go on to their main website and be able to subscribe there too. They're also on Facebook, Instagram, and also LinkedIn. So if you want to check out that information, that is posted there too. They do have, of course, their they do have all the listings of things that happened and things that are also coming up as well too. I mean, they posted an hour ago on their Facebook page that they were joined by Elgin Mayor Dave Captain, chamber ambassadors, members, and staff to celebrate the expansion of the TAJ Floorings headquarters, a family-owned business. So very nice. Congratulations. Very, very cool. Their ribbon cutting ceremony, which was earlier today. Very nice. That was about an hour ago that they posted that. So you can check out more information on those Facebook pages. And of course, also check out local events by subscribing under those different newsletters and such. This does wrap it up here for the 11 o'clock hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying the show so far. We are going to switch gears as we get into the 12 o'clock hour. So stay tuned for that as we get into officially now approaching the afternoon time. Still the lunchtime here as we take you out to lunch with WRMN. This is Matt, your host here, broadcasting live from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. We hope that you are enjoying the show so far. Stay tuned for more local content here coming up in just a little bit. Don't forget, at about 12:30 or so, we're also going to be in our Tradio segment. So if you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call into the show or text the Image 360 info line. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Crime is up in Illinois, and I'm not sitting back to wait and watch dangerous, radical left policies destroy Kane County. I'm Andrew Sosnowski. I have over 35 years of experience with prosecutions of crime, advocating for victims and children. I will root out the causes of crime and be the lead county prosecutor who will fight for our freedom, safety, and security. Vote Andrew Sosnowski for Kane County State's Attorney. I'm Andrew Sosnowski, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Sosnowski for Kane Committee.
For a little lighthearted lawlessness on Sunday afternoons, listen to Handle on the Law from 4 to 7 p.m. Handle on the Law is a unique combination of useful legal advice and outrageous handle remarks. Whether you're talking about Big Brother, big business, big legal problems, or Big Macs, you'll rarely find Bill without an opinion. His rapid-fire commentary gives listeners the information they crave in the way they crave it. It's Handle on the Law, Sunday afternoons from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN, AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. The DuPage County Health Department is urging residents to get vaccinated against COVID-19, RSV, and the flu. Health officials highlighting the importance of immunizations, especially for high-risk groups such as pregnant individuals, to prevent severe illnesses and protect newborns. Governor J.B. Pritzker declaring the month of October Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the state of Illinois, highlighting the critical importance of early detection. Illinois residents are encouraged to utilize resources like the Illinois Breast and Cervical Cancer Program, which offers free mammograms and screenings, especially for uninsured or underinsured individuals. Nightmare on Chicago Street is returning to Elgin on October 19th, and now they've put tickets on sale on the City of Elgin social media. You can go to nightmareonchicagostreet.com to buy your tickets. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day, Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Blackhawks opened up the NHL season on Tuesday night, falling 5-2 against Utah. It was the first NHL game for the Utah Hockey Club after relocating from Phoenix, Arizona. Utah took a 2-0 lead out of the first. Peter Mrazek made 20 saves in the losing effort for Chicago. Toivo Tervainen and Nick Foligno scored the goals for the Blackhawks. Connor Bedard assisted on both Chicago goals. The Blackhawks continue their season opening road trip this Friday night with a matchup against the Jets in Winnipeg. The Bears and Jacksonville Jaguars battle this Sunday in London, England. Safety Jaquan Brisker not with the team. He's been placed into the concussion protocol. Brisker's tied for the team lead with 40 tackles.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. Exclusions and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.
Handing out food and drinks from an ice cream truck is off limits for marijuana-based businesses in Ohio, according to state regulators. Ohio's Division of Cannabis Control has proposed fines totaling $212,000 against 5 businesses for violating the state's advertising rules for marijuana sellers, the Akron Beacon Journal reported. Most of the fines involve promotions this summer ahead of beginning of recreational marijuana sales in the state. The largest proposed fine, $150,000, was issued to Greenleaf Apothecaries, which operates dispensaries in Akron, Canton, Cleveland, Columbus, and Wicklife. Well, you have to say the advertising was spot on. Greedy people of Ohio can show up for ice cream while they pay for recreational marijuana. It's a shame it becomes illegal to have hot food and drinks on your ice cream trucks. Guys, the hard part is over. It's legal. Stop being lazy and just Uber Eats your food order. Maybe the truck can sign up to be on Uber Eats. They can drive your food to you and cut a side deal with you for your recreationals. Like Tariq from the TV show Ghost. I'm Darian Sims, and this is how I see it.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. We are in the 12 o'clock hour currently right now, so happy afternoon, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We're halfway through till we get to the weekend. It's a beautiful sunny sky day outside today. Of course, we're seeing the temperatures being in the 70s today, as well as tomorrow. We get into Friday up into the 80s. Then we get to the weekend in the 60s, and then into next week predicted to be in the 50s. So we're going to see that little bit of temperature rise and then gradual lowering in temperature and then getting into the 50s. So if you look forward to the cooler weather, like myself, definitely look forward to that. If not, though, hang on to a little bit more of the nicer, sunnier, warmer weather coming up today, tomorrow, and also on Friday. Friday being up in the 80s. So we do have a special guest here. As you know, of course, we do have lots of great guests here on WRMN. We love to talk about what is happening in the area, especially during Out to Lunch. And especially, I would say, too, during the 12 o'clock hour. Usually during the time when I talk about what's happening in the area, things happening within the Fox River Valley, and maybe even outside as well, kind of in general, to the Chicagoland area too. So I want to welcome to the stage here today a special guest. We have here Bernie Roop with us today here, and we want to welcome him. Thanks so much for joining us today. He's with Chicago Voyagers. They have some awesome adventure programs for teens, giving the Chicagoland teens a chance to discover themselves and grow into their potential. Thanks so much for joining us today. How you doing?
I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I'm doing well today.
Oh, good. You want to do a little introduction of yourself? You've been with Chicago Voyagers for how long?
Well, so I'm the founder of Chicago Voyagers.
Oh, nice.
So
okay,
for
good.
15 years, I'm the executive director, and I created the organization in its current incarnation.
Very, very cool. So and how long has it been around since?
So my current incarnation has been 15 years. So since end of 2008 is when we got started.
Very cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun too. So actually, and I'll bring it up on the screen here too for people who are interested in taking a look. I'll pull it up on the screen. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can actually take a look at the website here. So it's chicagovoyagers.org. Now, you do offer programs for teens. Is that really kind of the main focus there?
Yeah, we provide adventure therapy services to teens, so kind of the 12 to 18 range, and sometimes we'll stretch a little bit.
Okay.
Especially adolescents can kind of get extended with some young people.
Okay.
But that's, our focus is the adolescent years.
The adolescent years. Yeah, definitely can be a very, interesting time. And so they empower you through adventure therapy programs, fostering healthy relationships and skills for life success. What got you interested and passionate about creating Chicago Voyagers?
It was really through a mentoring program that I was in as a younger man. Just wanted to kind of give back and connect with people. And so that's how I got exposed to the adventure therapy world, was through that work. And then I worked for a little while. Eventually, I decided to go back and get my master's in community counseling to work with youth, and ended up working with another organization for a few years, and then this opportunity kind of was just dropped into my lap.
Awesome. Very cool. So it's definitely, you talk about, of course, the fact that your mission is to empowering youth. They go through this journey, but it also is, a journey that you went through to get to this point of also coming back and helping others as well too. So you're able to share your story with others. They're able to share their stories as well. You get to create that connection. I'm sure you've heard many wonderful stories, interesting stories that help to create those relationships and help people grow too, especially in youth.
Yeah, absolutely. I think our tagline is guiding youth on their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And so we see ourselves as mentors and coaches and adults that can help these young people reach their full potential.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm seeing here too on the website, chicagovoyagers.org, believing, of course, in the potential of all teens, regardless of race, socioeconomic status, gender ability, creed, and sexual orientation. So, of course, it's open to all teens out there, supporting, of course, youth in overcoming societal injustices, leading to differences in opportunities. So I'm sure that your team, you have a wide selection of different workers there who all come from different backgrounds. They have different stories, and they're able to connect with students who might also have similar stories, or they're also able to coincide with each other, I guess you could say.
Sure. Yeah. One thing that's really important when working with teens is to be able to be authentic and share yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not that, it's going to be hard to really connect with them.
Yeah.
And because they really want like a meaningful connection.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're right. It is really important for us to be able to share our stories.
Absolutely.
As long as they're appropriate in connecting with young people. Like if they can be helpful, and as long as we're not like relying upon them to support us.
Yeah.
Right. Because the program is about supporting them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So your team of people, your team, I'm sure, is also very outgoing and very confident too, so that they, in return, the teens can also see that confidence level and to build that as well.
Yeah, it's important, I think, for us as adults to do the reach out to young people. Sometimes young people don't have the confidence. They're trying to figure out who they are.
Yeah.
And most of our staff are also have graduate degrees in counseling, social work, recreational therapy, something like that. And that helps us provide like a clinical piece to the program.
Okay. Yeah. So this program allows for teens to have a voice, because I'm sure many out there maybe feel like they're not being heard, they're not being appreciated. They need someone to talk to. Is really sometimes it's just as simple as what it is. I need someone to talk to, and maybe they don't have people in their lives that are listening or willing to talk. So having this program, Chicago Voyagers, is a great way that to help teens out there, because they deserve that guidance and support, needing to grow into responsible, healthy adults too.
Yeah.
So,
And one of the important things from that belief statement is that around societal injustices. So we actually work with 95% low-income teens of color.
Okay.
And so we're really targeting young people that don't have opportunities, that have been through adversity. If you're living in poverty, that says a lot about like where you can live, says a lot about what family people you might have around. If parents might need to work multiple jobs, things like that, you might not have the same supervision opportunities, and you can be exposed to things like violence and stuff like that.
Right.
So really helping young people overcome obstacles, adversity, and trauma is a big part of, and that's why we do the adventure therapy work.
absolutely. Now, tell us a little bit about how the therapy work is. So, is it? It's mainly kind of, as it is called Chicago Voyagers. Is it mainly geared outdoors?
It's mainly geared outdoors. We have a handful of indoor things we do, like wall climbing, but mainly geared outdoors. And yeah, so we utilize the outdoor adventures, the canoeing, the equine therapy, the camping, the mountain biking, all those different adventures that we have. And those are like the space that we use to work with them, that we can use for our program model.
Very cool. So you have, of course, different seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter, and all of those different adventures that they can do. So I'm seeing here, of course, canoeing, which is I'm sure pretty popular in the summer and also still in the fall time. They also have different large groups, overnight camping, which is a lot of fun too. Now, again, you have a lot of different adventures. What would you say, kind of on the top of your head, what would be something that you notice teens kind of really gravitating to the most? Would you say is something they really enjoy?
Yeah.
Or maybe even yourself that you personally really
I think
enjoy?
I would probably mention like two different things. I mean, I think the canoeing is really nice because they're mastering a new skill. And I think that can be really powerful for someone to kind of feel like they can overcome things. Teens in our programs, their grades go up by 0.7 of a point. It's almost a whole grade level. And a lot of our young people don't have the confidence in school, aren't investing, and have like a record of failure in school. And so we can really build up that empowerment is that first word in our mission statement. We can really build them up, help them feel empowered, like they can be successful whenever they try. The other thing I think that's really powerful for our young people is when we do the wilderness expeditions. We might go to the Boundary Waters out to Colorado. And I think really like being away for 5 days or 8 days and really learning how to live in the wilderness away from all of the amenities and comforts is really powerful. It's like, hey, I can do this. Like I can navigate with a map. I can cross this river. I can do this. I can do that. I can cook dinner for my peers.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the hustle and bustle of today's world, sometimes you can feel lost or confused and like there's so much going on. But when you're able to go out into nature and have these fun adventures, even if it's just something simple as just walking along a stream or doing a hike, can definitely help people out. Maybe help people to see things they never had before, even just like the simple things in life too.
Yeah, and also there's something about connecting with nature that's like inherent, right? And I think most of us kind of get it. Like when we go to a park or we go to an outdoor space, we kind of get how like connecting in nature is really powerful and can be
Mm-hmm.
calming and relaxing. And so there's a lot of young people don't have a lot of access
Mhm.
to outdoor spaces. And so
Right.
that's one thing we can provide for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think another thing too that's really cool is, you know, you have a group of teens who might, of course, come from a lot of different backgrounds. Have you noticed I'm sure, a lot of friendships that are made from a lot of these teens?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we have a couple of our teens that are going to be speaking at our gala tomorrow night. And one of
Nice,
them, her main story is learning about how to form friendships, what a team is, how to trust other people. Actually, both of the speakers kind of have those as themes. It can be scary being a teen and being vulnerable with whether it's your peers or with adults,
Mhm.
and we want teens to be able to just be themselves. Right?
Absolutely.
That's like really important in life to just give them space to figure out who they are and what they want to be,
Mhm.
and just accept them and care for them for the person that they are.
That's good. Yeah, and especially for them to not feel rushed, being able to have time to take, and of course you have professionals who work with teens, and they kind of know, okay, they prefer maybe to be kind of, you know, not go as far as to, you know, if they're afraid of the the rock climbing, maybe, you know, this some people can more take their time, others can just go right into it. So
Yeah, I
having
mean,
those-
part of the empowerment thing is, it's the youth voice,
Mhm.
but it's also letting them set their goals.
Right.
So, like when we would do like a climbing program, we do something called somatic climbing, and the first step is like, what's your goal?
Mhm.
So maybe just putting on the harness and going up 5 feet is their goal,
Yeah.
and that's fine. If that's their goal and they achieve it and they can feel good, that's fine. And then we just encourage them to then maybe, okay, do you want to try again with another climb? Try a different goal, and so really helping them with goal setting. Also, part of that program is we ask them like what their needs are. What kind of support do you want?
Mhm.
Do you want hints? Do you want encouragement? So again, kind of empowering them to ask for help.
Mhm.
And then the final thing is just helping them track their emotions. Something
Right.
like rock climbing can be kind of an emotional experience,
Mhm.
especially as you get up higher.
Yeah.
And just working with them and help them understand like what they're feeling in their bodies and how that impacts them.
Yeah, that's awesome. So then to bring us to our next subject here, the gala that's coming up. If you want to talk a little bit about that, that's already tomorrow, you said?
Yeah, so that's tomorrow. It's at Chandler's in Schaumburg, and we're really excited to have a nice event to raise funds for our youth. Our youth, because they're living in poverty, don't pay for any programs. So all of our services are 100% free to the youth and their families.
Awesome.
And so we do a lot of different events and campaigns and writing grants and everything. So we've got a really nice evening tomorrow night with a band. We've got a silent auction. We've got the dinner. We've got some youth speaking about their experiences with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That'll give insight to people too. And, you know, even just hearing a couple stories can really be life-changing too. So that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's the second annual Empowering oh goodness, there's the fly again. Yeah, I know. I'm sure you said you've dealt with a lot of bugs outside though too. So yeah. So this is the second annual Empowering the Voyage Gala. If you want to come celebrate, the schedule is 5:30. They're going to be having cocktail hour and silent auction, dinner and program at 6:30, and 8 o'clock to silent auction closing.
Yeah, and we will have a link for our auction up this afternoon.
Okay.
So you don't
awesome.
have to go to the event. We've had people from across the country bidding on things. So these are items that we get donated, and then all the proceeds go right into our kids. So it's
Awesome.
really nice. You can get a nice deal on something. You get whatever it is, the experience or the product, and then you're helping out young people.
That is awesome. So, what would you say this one is? How is this one different from the first one that you did? Is there anything that you changed?
So we had a gala before the pandemic, and so last year was the first one back. It's our first kind of sit down gala, and so we really felt like it's a good opportunity to bring the community together, and so we wanted to kind of restart it last year.
Okay.
So I think for this, it's kind of a similar format to last year. I think having the two youth that's speaking just graduated high school, so they have they've been in the program for 3 and 5 years, so they'll have some good things to share.
Very nice. Now, this is at the Chandler's Banquets at the Schaumburg Golf Club. What made you decide the Schaumburg Golf Club? Was it just something that stood out to you? Was it kind of a team membership, all agreed on it? Or was it just kind of, oh, this sounds like, this is a good place
No,
to
it's
go
just,
to?
I guess two things. I think the atmosphere, the outdoor kind of atmosphere with the big windows and there's like an outdoor patio and everything. I think that's really appealing to us. But really, the folks at Chandler's have bent over backwards to be kind to us and really wanted us to come. And so they really helped us out in a lot of different ways. And so really the partnership with Chandler's part of it too.
That's awesome. Have you done other partnerships as well with other businesses too? If it comes to for example, like food, have you had like catered food before for students? And
Yes. So in this case, for students, we have maybe to kind of just talk in general about, we have a lot of supporters and sponsors. Like there's an organization called Horsepower, which is out in South Elgin, just not too far from here.
Okay.
And so they partner with us to provide like very large discounts to provide the equine therapy program.
Very nice.
And we have First Ascent as a partner, and they're kind of all over, but the location Arlington Heights is the one we use. So kind of the same thing there. They provide very highly discounted rates for us to bring our kids in. And so we sometimes have retail stores, REI, Orvis, other places, Arc'teryx, that have supported us in different ways. So we're really dependent upon those partnerships. Most of our equipment is donated. So we have a big warehouse with like 5,000 square feet for all of our equipment.
Wow.
And you can kind of look around and it's $300,000 of equipment. Most of it's just donated. Right?
Wow.
So it's pretty amazing how the community steps up and the different corporations support us.
That is really, really cool. That's something to be proud of too. Absolutely.
Yep.
So I also have to ask here too, for, of course, students or teens who might be interested in being a part of Chicago Voyagers, how can they sign up? What's the process of that?
Sure.
How can
Absolutely. So if you go on our website, we have under programs, we have like partnerships. There's and what you can do there is those are the current partners that we're currently working with. And if you go, no, it's not work with us. Go back over.
Oh, it's under programs?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have my glasses.
Oh, that's okay.
Program, you just go down to program partnerships there. Go down a little bit further.
Oh, okay. Program partnerships. There we go.
Yeah. So those are if you scroll down just a little bit, so those are the current organizations we're working with. So if you're at one of those schools or part of one of those,
okay,
you could just talk with any of the staff there. But we're also like expanding and we're adding new partners across Chicagoland. And so if you're a teen and you're like, gosh, I would like to bring this to my school. I would like to bring this to my Boys and Girls Club that I'm a member of. You could just go and suggest it to your staff person and they could contact us and we'd be happy to come out and talk about starting a partnership there.
Awesome. Very cool. You've got a good amount of partners here. Build Incorporated in Chicago, Mercy Home, Addison Trail High School, as well as Willowbrook High School, some other ones, Neighborhood Boys and Girls Club too. Very nice. So you've got some good partnerships out there too. And of course, also the generous supporters.
Yeah, so those are a number of the different sponsors and supporters that we have.
Awesome.
We're very appreciative.
Very cool. Yeah. Cabela's, good place to go to. I like Cabela's. Very nice.
Yep.
Very cool. You can also join their mailing list. It's located at the bottom of the page there, employment application, which of course, for those of you who would like to maybe do sign up for employment, there's an application there.
And we are hiring a business manager, so we'll be posting that position in the coming week.
Awesome. Are you also on Facebook as well for Chicago Voyagers?
We are on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome.
So they can kind of find us there too.
That's also on Facebook. I want to make sure I pull it up on the page here. So it's under the. I look up Chicago Voyagers on Facebook, and you come up as the first person here. So you can find them on Facebook as well as also Instagram too, if you want to check that out. And of course, also their website, chicagovoyagers.org, is the website to go to. So. Very, very cool. Now, are there other times too where, when it comes to the outdoor programs, sometimes other times when you have to cancel it due to like weather, And then how do you go about changing?
Yeah, really, it's just, so if we typically run like 120 programs a year, something like that. So really, it's probably like 2 or 3 that we've canceled due to weather. So we really, part of, we life lessons are really important for all of us, and especially for our young people. So we want to teach them that if life throws obstacles, like we can overcome them, right? We can deal with them and overcome them. So as long as safety is not an issue, we run in any weather, right? So if it's like a chance of rain or something, like we'll go. If we're doing like an expedition, like we go no matter what. I mean, unless it was like tornado or something like that, right? Yeah. And if it's like a severe kind of thing and it's an afternoon program, like we might reschedule then if it's like really, really bad weather. But otherwise, like rain or shine, like we're out there, we have all the gear. We provide all the equipment for the youth, including jackets and shoes and everything. And so we're kind of equipped to deal with bad weather. Yeah. And so we can just kind of like, hey, we can still have fun. Yeah. And we can, tonight or tomorrow night, Angel's going to be talking about a time when we were held under a cave, like cooking in the rain and stuff, and like everyone was having a good time. It's it doesn't matter. Like it's raining, it doesn't matter. We can still make our dinner, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, you make it work out, and it all works out in the end.
Right,
That's awesome.
And that's what we want for our kids. Like when they encounter those obstacles in life, we want that attitude. Right?
Absolutely.
Like we don't have to be stopped by what life throws at us. Yeah. Like we can overcome and we can be strong.
Absolutely. Well, we've got a little under a minute left here. Actually, the music's going to kick in pretty soon here, but there we go. I want to thank you so much for being on here today. Before I let you go, what would you say to students who might maybe feel a little bit worried about doing this? They might be interested. How would you encourage students? What would you say to them? Yeah,
what I would say is that like we understand. Right. And you can take things at your own pace. Right. Yeah. And it's worth the risk because the gain is really powerful. Right. To think about the empowerment, think about the confidence you can gain, the leadership skills you can gain. Like you can take those with you into life. So it's worth taking a chance and just kind of putting yourself out there.
Yeah. Absolutely. So important to be yourself and to create those connections as well, too. Bernie, thank you so much for joining us today here on WRMN. We greatly appreciate it. Folks, if you want to check out their website, chicagovoyagers.org, and we'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN here in just a bit. Stay tuned.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. Nightmare on Chicago Street is returning to Elgin on October 19th, and now they've put tickets on sale on the City of Elgin social media. You can go to nightmareonchicagostreet.com to buy your tickets. The DuPage County Health Department is urging residents to get vaccinated against COVID-19, RSV, and the flu. Health officials highlighting the importance of immunizations, especially for high-risk groups such as pregnant individuals, to prevent severe illnesses and protect newborns. Governor J.B. Pritzker declaring the month of October Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the state of Illinois, highlighting the critical importance of early detection. Illinois residents are encouraged to utilize resources like the Illinois Breast and Cervical Cancer Program, which offers free mammograms and screenings, especially for uninsured or underinsured individuals. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Whether you own a local business or a global one, you know that these days, generating growth is a challenge. By teaming with Bank of America, you'll not just stay ahead of the curve, you'll move it. With access to experts, award-winning insights, and business solutions so powerful, you'll make every move matter, locally and globally. Visit bankofamerica.com/banking for business to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Copyright 2024 Bank of America N.A.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a walk-up with central air and a skylight, and you found it. Now, every Friday night, you get to fall asleep to the sound of your downstairs neighbors' dance parties. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bears and Jacksonville Jaguars battle this Sunday in London, England. Safety Jaquan Brisker not with the team. He's been placed into the concussion protocol. Brisker's tied for the team lead with 40 tackles. The Blackhawks opened up the NHL season on Tuesday night, falling 5-2 against Utah. It was the first NHL game for the Utah Hockey Club after relocating from Phoenix, Arizona. Utah took a 2-0 lead out of the first. Peter Mrazek made 20 saves in the losing effort for Chicago. Toivo Tervainen and Nick Foligno scored the goals for the Blackhawks. Connor Bedard assisted on both Chicago goals. The Blackhawks continue their season opening road trip this Friday night with a matchup against the Jets in Winnipeg.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. That's why our Lowe's Red Vest associates can help with game time decisions. Plus, use in-store mode on the Lowe's app to find what you need. Under pressure at home and want it soon? Order online by 2 p.m. to get it same day. Same day valid on eligible in-stock items and select zip codes only, subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase, exclusions, and more terms apply. See Lowe's.com/same-day delivery for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
All right. Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch. And of course, you know what time it is. It is 12:34, which means we are in our Tradio segment. If you are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, feel free to call this number here today in Studio 14 live at 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410 is that number to dial. You can also text your information to the Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410 is the number to text. Of course, don't forget also here too, you can feel free to also email me as well, Matt McNeil at WRMN1410.com. There are folks out there who prefer to not be on the radio live. They may be a little bit nervous. Whatever the case might be, that's totally fine. You can still get the message passed along here on the radio through, of course, the other means, not just through phone, but also through text and also email as well. So feel free, of course, to do that. We do have quite a few Tradio callers that have been calling in within the past couple of weeks here. We want to, of course, continue on to pass the messages along, letting people know what people out there, other folks out there, are looking to buy, looking to sell, trade, or to also announce as well. So let's dive into it. We've got a couple Tradio callers that have called in. They called in yesterday. Starting off here, we have here Dave the window cleaner calling in with the relisting of the janitorial cleaning cart that he's looking to sell. He's got room for a mop, bucket, and cleaning supplies included with this, and it's $50 for it. Also included a little giant ladder system, or not included, this is separate, I'm sorry. So it's the janitorial cleaning cart for sale for $50. All things included, cleaning supplies, etc. He also has a little giant ladder system. It's 23 feet in length. It's foldable, and it's a heavy-duty one, so it's pretty heavy, but you can also use it on stairs, too. So he's asking $150 or a reasonable offer. If you would like to reach out to him, that number to dial is 331-588-0493. Again, that's 331-588-0493. Again, 331-588-0493 is that number to dial. We'll take you to the phone lines here. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Hi, Matt. There was a gentleman calling about, he had raffle tickets for, I think it was a Catholic church, St. something, Mary or St. something, and I'm not sure if it was for a rummage sale or what exactly it was for or when.
Yes.
I'm wondering if
So that's the St. Mary's fundraiser, the St. Mary's Church raffle fundraiser. And you're actually right. I got to double check and see the actual dates for that. If Northwest West is listening in.
so you have to buy tickets ahead of time?
You can purchase them through him. It does look like here.
I mean, you can't buy them at the door?
You might be able to. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to double check there. The St. Mary's.
I don't know how to get a hold of him.
I do have his number.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have his number. He said if anyone is interested, you can text him or call him. And then there's like 4 drawings, 3 $50 drawings, and a $1,500 grand prize drawing as well. I went when I was a little kid. They have food, so you can get like hot dogs, nachos, and things like that. It's
okay. And where? I mean, when is it again?
So let me double check and see here when that actual fundraiser is for the St. Mary's Church. I would have to double check and.
Is it downtown Elgin somewhere?
Cool. It should be. I do believe that is the downtown Elgin one. Yes. Let me double check. Let's see here. Let me double check in school. See here. St. Mary's of Elgin. Catholic Church in Elgin. Let me double check and see what they've got going on. I'm going to have to double check here and find it. That was the information that was given. Okay. I'll have to double check.
I've been meaning to call, and then I was going to look in the Elgin book or online or something.
I should have, at the time when he called it, I should have asked about that. He did text it to us. So let me double check and
I've heard him call in, and so.
Yeah, let me double check and see here. You know what? I can give you his number whenever you're ready if you want to contact him.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that number is 630 817 8880.
880. Okay. And what was his name again?
His name is Wes.
He goes by
Northwest West.
Northwest. Or just West. Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. I will double check on that. Thanks again.
Right after this.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye now. Yeah. As he goes, watch him call right after this. Darn flies are in the way. Okay. There we go. Yeah. I'll have to double check on that. But I know that that is coming up here. I've been there before. It's in Elgin. I went a long time ago when I was a little kid, and I actually did won a bicycle, which was a lot of fun. It was a green bicycle that Ryan and I shared. So, because I couldn't, it wasn't just going to be me keeping the bicycle. It was going to be, no, I'm going to share it with Ryan because he was excited about it too. So, we'll double check on that, of course. Thank you so much for calling in and mentioning that. And yes, that is coming up. I remember from the last years they do it once. It's like September through December. I believe December is the $1,500 grand prize. So they do it September, October, November, and December for the grand prize. I'll have to double check on the actual times for that. But that if you are interested, give them a text, 630-817-8880. 630-817-8880. We'll continue on going through some other Tradio callers that have called in here. We have Maggie calling in. She has the DVD collections for sale, the full set of Mary Tyler Moore Show, the full 7 seasons of Gilmore Girls, including A Year in the Life, also the first 4 seasons of this TV show Castle, and also the first 4 seasons of Boston Legal as well, too. And then also, she has a beautiful Yamaha keyboard for sale. It has the stand and the instructions that come with it, asking $200 for it. Also, she has 2 cemetery plots. She is moving, so she won't be able to use them. So she's looking to sell them to someone who will use them. And it's at the Lakewood Cemetery in Elgin. They're for sale. Please feel free to reach out to Maggie. That number is 224-508-5532. Again, 224-508-5532. Another Tradio caller here. Greg is looking to buy those old bicycles, Schwinn bicycles, balloon tires, bone shakers, and more from the late 1800s to the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Parts, pieces, and or accessories, paraphernalia, in any condition. He's also looking for vintage Omega watches, men's or women's style watches, and also diver style watches. He's a collector, not a dealer, so he will definitely pay a good price on that. He also has for sale a 2003 Mustang. It has 81,000 miles on it. It's charcoal gray in color with leather interior. So it's charcoal gray in color with leather interior. All new hydraulics, new brakes, tires, etc. $6,500 is the asking price on this. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 847-884-6033. Again, that's 847-884-6033 is that number to dial. 847-884-6033 is the number to dial. Another Tradio caller here is looking for a part-time janitor job. If anyone's interested, feel free to reach out to them. That number is 847-697-9228. Again, 847-697-9228. We're approaching 12:44 in time here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN, going on, continuing to talk about some of the Tradio callers that have called in, and then eventually going through, while time allows, if we have some time, to go through some more things happening within the area of the Fox River Valley. Stay tuned, and we'll be back with more in just a bit.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Batteries Plus Bulbs is more than batteries and bulbs. It's your repair shop for Apple devices, Samsung Galaxy devices, and more. Located on Randall Road, just south of 20 in Elgin, Batteries Plus Bulbs fills all your battery and light bulb needs in one stop. They have the largest selection of batteries for ATVs, cameras, phones, laptops, scooters, cars and homes, and everything else. Looking to save money with energy-efficient LED or holiday lighting? Stop in at Batteries Plus Bulbs in Elgin. Go to batteriesplus.com for special offers.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. We're also still in our Tradio segment. We've got about, I would say, maybe 10 or 11 minutes left here of the Out to Lunch with WRMN show. Broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Let's take a look here and a listen to what else we have coming up here in terms of Tradio announcers. That means coming up with what is or what are items that they are looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce all right here. If you want to add yourself to the list, of course, 847-931-1410, or also through the text number 505-926-1410. We have Wood by Jeff in Elburn. He has those free items for sale, the aromatic cedar wood scrap pieces, shelving boards, firewood, pegboards, and also concrete boards too, as well as a piece of a hand railing that he made. He also has some garden stakes, canning jars, and fishing lures. He also has some walnut and oak cherry lumber that he's selling for sale there too. So if you want to inquire on the prices there, you can reach out to him. He also has skinny tinder pieces for wood as well, and also some window screens that are adjustable. 2 large and 2 small ones. So 2 large ones, 2 small ones, 4 of them together for free. And then he also is still looking for a place for his shop. He's open to different possibilities, maybe in the Elburn or even Naperville area, though, too. So if you want to reach out to him, that number is 630-365-9488. Again, that's 630-365-9488 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here has a 1972 jukebox for sale. It does need some work, but $150 is the asking price. Also has a sit-down slot machine, double diamonds. It takes quarters and pays out in quarters. $200 is the asking price on that. If anyone's interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 847-8813. Again, that's 847-8813. Again, 847-8813. Another Tradio caller here is looking for a used Toro 721 snowblower. If anyone happens to have any, feel free to reach out to her. That number is 224-305-4017. Again, 224-305-4017. Another Tradio caller here has a friend who is selling a truck. It is a 2006 Ranger for sale, a must sell. Try to sell as soon as possible. $1,600 or best offer is the asking price on that, or he can also trade as well. So inquiring on that means you have to reach out to him to see what he's willing to trade with you. It has a toe on the back, little rust, but still good condition and works very well too. So that number is 847-354-8854. Again, 847-354-8854. Another Tradio caller here has an adjustable twin XL bed for sale. It has a remote that comes with it too. $200 is the asking price. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to her. That number is 847-830-7199. Again, 847-830-7199. Another Tradio caller here has rifle, pistol, and shotgun reloading equipment, as well as supplies. So if you're interested in reaching out, that number is 847-341-8546. 847-341-8546. Another Tradio caller here has some plus-size dresses, pants, and shirts. They're for women, 3X and 4X. If you're interested, that number to dial is 847-533-4673. 847-533-4673. Another Tradio caller here has 2 cemetery lots in Chapel Hill Garden West Cemetery in Oak Brook. Looking to sell them. They've never been used. $3,500 is the asking price for both of these lots, and it also includes all transfer fees. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 630-202-0800. Again, that's 630-202-0800. And then we also do have here, Lawnmower Chris has the 2010 Town & Country engine and transmission, 3.8 liter. The transmission is a 62 TE transmission, 6-speed. It's got 151,000 miles on it for sale. Looking for interested parties. He has the transmission on a wheeled trolley for someone to have too, so easy to transport. And then the price is negotiable, $2,000 for the package, but also asking to maybe have someone throw some reasonable offers out there too for this. So feel free to reach out to Chris here at 630-901-1100. Again, that's 630-901-1100. And those are the Tradio callers that have called in here within the past couple of weeks. We'll continue on here, talk a little bit more about things that are happening coming up pretty soon here. One in particular is a tree donation. Do you have a tree to donate? Well, the 2024 holiday tree donation is coming around the corner here for submission. The City of Elgin is accepting submissions for their 2024 holiday tree. Submission deadline is October 27th, so that's going to be at the end of October. The select tree will be announced in early November. They are, again, currently seeking submissions for a 2024 holiday tree, searching for the ideal tree to be the centerpiece of holiday celebrations at the newly renovated DuPage Court in downtown Elgin, the beautiful renovated DuPage Court. They're going to be having a centerpiece, hoping to look for a great centerpiece there, which of course is going to amplify downtown Elgin even more with the beautiful DuPage Court that recently was renovated too. Very beautifully done. If you have a tree that you think is suitable, please ensure that it meets the following criteria here to make sure, of course, that the criteria is met. So that includes here height. The tree should be between 30 and 50 feet tall to make a grand statement, of course. Location, it must be local within 30 miles from the City of Elgin. That's just to ensure ease of transportation. Health, a tree that is in good health with vibrant and lush foliage. And preferred tree types, a Norway or Colorado blue spruce, fir tree, or any other type of evergreen. Please note that pine trees will not be accepted, especially since when they dry out, they crumble and fall all over the ground. So if you want to submit a tree for consideration, provide the following information to special events at cityofelgin.org. Again, that's special events at cityofelgin.org. Information provided, meaning the owner's full name, address, email, and phone number to be provided. A brief message sharing why the tree should be considered and include any special significance or history. At least 4 high-quality photographs of the tree from different angles to showcase its beauty. The selected tree will be announced in early November. The submission deadline is October 27th. So thank you so much to the City of Elgin for sharing that information. Thank you, of course, to Marky B for also having this on the information as well, too. So he does announce this on the special clipboard that we've got in here too. Lots of great information for sure. And also check out more information on things happening as well in the area by subscribing to their newsletter, or also by checking out their local Facebook page as well too. And also check out exploreelginarea.com, touching base with some good places to go to and events to go to within the Fox River Valley area, around the Elgin area too. So if you want to view that, that is on exploreelginarea.com. We still got a couple minutes left here, so I'll just end off here with, of course, kind of going through a little bit more on the Fox Valley Magazine October edition here. So we've got some good things coming up here for sure. Nightmare on Randall 2024 coming up Thursday, October 24th from 6 to 11 p.m. That is at the Old Republic Kitchen and Bar in Elgin, bringing you to the Haunted VIP experience. That's going to be a lot of fun. That is going to be coming up October 24th, 6 p.m. to their closing time at 11. So very nice. And that's brought to you by Happy Hollow Weekends Elgin at 155 South Randall Road. So that'll be coming up there, and also Old Republic involved with that as well. Thriller on 38 is Friday, October 11th. This Friday, presented by Vargo Dance. So you can absolutely have a good time watching the dancers out there too. Professional dancers who perform in costume. Thrilled to announce this, of course. And they thank the sponsorship of McNally's Heating and Cooling so that everyone could have a great view of the dancers too. Very nice. So they're going to be also having food trucks, DJs starting at 7 p.m. The first performance will be at 7:30, second one at 8 p.m. This is going to be located behind Vargo's Dance in the parking lot at 205 West State Street in Geneva. So it's going to be in Geneva. Going to be a good time for sure. Definitely want to check that out. You can find lots of more things coming up here when it comes to wine tastings, theater performances, and so much more. Special deals on, of course, local businesses and so much more. Comedy, journey through lots of different places within the area, as well as the Fox River Valley. Check out their guides and so much more. Out and about to do all within the area. So very nice. That's on foxvalleymagazine.com. This does wrap it up here for Out to Lunch. Thank you to everyone for tuning in. We're going to be back with more local programming here in just a bit. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
A recent Gallup poll indicated that 38% of Americans are putting off